And with 1 second left, the tweet got dropped. Welcome to the final week of League Play, everybody. Formal here alongside Jake as we get ready for a day about seeding. It's not about the final results, Jake. That's already been kind of determined. We know who's going to the playoffs. We know whose league ends here. But we still have to figure out who plays who when we get to that final time, and that's what this is all about.
I know, we didn't know at the time, but RMIT actually got knocked out last week, so that is brutal for them.
Yeah, I mean, that roster was strong, but inconsistent. They had to rely on subs, I think, a bit too often. And the thing about League Play is it rewards teams that stick together. And when we look at some of the teams who have made top four, I think that really does ring true. I mean, UWA and Griffith, these are two rosters, stuck together, very little subs. They relied on their team play, and they got rewarded for it.
I don't think UWA have subbed once all season long, so you're right. Just that consistency. We heard they were talking about practicing together as well. These things have made a big difference this League Play.
You know what else makes a big difference? Our wonderful sponsors. They make a big difference in allowing this to run along, so a big thank you to them. While we have the chance, starting of course with Predator Gaming, the gaming PC partner who provides high-end gaming-focused PC solutions in both laptop and desktop formats, powered by Intel. AOC Monitors, the gaming monitor partner who provides best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Indomie, the noodle partner, made with high-quality flour, selected ingredients, and spices. A plate of Indomie McGoring will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of their flavors available from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. And Game on Cancer, the charity of choice for the AEL, who fund much-needed cancer research projects. If you'd like to donate, please head to the AEL's Tiltify campaign page.
I like how we're both off-center, but we're merging towards each other, Max. Right? I like this.
We're getting closer.
It's cool.
We're coming together for this final day. That's what it's all about. And speaking of teams who kind of need to come together here, Jake, I mean, this last day, it's kind of a big one, standings-wise, going into it, because, again, we're talking about sort of, the playoff situation, how it looks out. Crazy to see RMIT, because of their loss to Griffith, even in a tiebreak situation, can't get in that top 4.
I know, brutal for RMIT, and you're right, the seeding implications for our playoffs are in order for those top 3 teams. Barely anything separating them at the moment, so that's very exciting.
And it's not just them as well. The bottom 4 teams, of course, go back down into the more open division where they'll be having their own playoffs as well in the top 4 positions there. RMIT has locked up 5th, but for 6th, 7th, and 8th, that's still up for grabs as well, which is why when we move along to our schedule for today and our first matchup, we're going to be seeing UON taking on UTS, and this has that seeding potential. Not only that, UTS looking for their first win.
Yeah, and yeah, it's definitely an exciting matchup for them to close the season. Like, yeah, they're not getting playoffs, but maybe some pride on the line, not wanting to get wooden spoon. That's a big deal for these players.
Yeah, it will be, but I do think that second match as well today is going to be an interesting one as well. Macquarie versus Griffith, 2 teams that will be in the playoffs having a bit of a battle in our second match. And again, with that seeding, Macquarie still looking for that #1 seed despite dropping to UOW. It's interesting. We could get a 3-way tie when it's all said and done, but you'd have to assume UOW is going to win. Griffith could play spoiler there. Like, there's a lot of ways the top 4 can play out.
Yeah, and everyone's got to bring their best. I saw the rosters. Macquarie are bringing in 2 subs today as well, so certainly the team that's looking so strong, this might be the chance to drop them down.
Yeah, it will be the chance, so we'll see how that happens, but let's take a look at this first match. UTS, UON. This is an interesting one for me because UTS, they have yet to win a series, but they've also won at least 1 game in each series they've played. And you can argue, like, that's actually quite impressive considering, you know, against all the top teams, they've taken games off them, but they've never been able to, you know, put an entire series together.
It's actually super impressive, yeah. No, these guys have been really good. We've been talking about just how stacked this league play has been, the fact that UTS haven't been able to pick up a game, but at the same time, I mean, they got reverse swept last week by the team in 7th, so they've been really struggling to close out series, like you're mentioning.
Yeah, and that one was kind of crazy as well because, like, well, obviously, you know, when you've had 2 Game 5s, it hasn't gone their way on either of them. But that Game 5 stat is kind of important because UON, they're still kind of tied with the most Game 5s out of everyone right now. Only a 1-2 record on them, so it hasn't necessarily been going their way, but they're used to going the distance. They went the distance and won against USYD, something that, you know, their opponents were unable to do in UTS, so we'll see how it plays out. That said, Jake, I have to believe this is UTS's time to finally take a series.
Wow, you're not believing in UON here? You're a Bud hater?
No. You know what? For today, I'm a believer that every team is going to win a series in this league play, and if it has to come at the expense of Bud, then it has to come at the expense of Bud.
I'm really so sorry for that, but I want to see them get a win. It would be so sad for them to go down 0-7.
It would be, but that same token, you know, this UON team is good. They have their moments. I mean, Abtix has been one of those bigger players to watch, but on that opposite side, so has Knight, so has Magnet. No Not Owl.
Yeah, Not Owl's been the really consistent guy showing up every week, so certainly surprising here.
Yeah, that I think is going to make things a little bit more difficult on that UTS side. We'll see how it does play out. Game is underway. Blue is UTS, on red is UON, and well, yeah, without Not Owl, let's see what UTS can do. Stacks coming in to replace them and looking for the first shot, but not quite fast enough to get there.
Yeah, and UON are one of those teams that are super consistent with their roster. I mean, we see these 3 players essentially every single week, so I think this could be a big advantage for them.
Yeah, maybe we could see it as Bud putting the pressure on, trying to set up Abtix. They don't connect. Missed opportunity there. I like the setup, I like the shot, but instead we come the other way. And here comes Magnet. First goal goes to UTS.
Oh, I think Magnet had no boost because this was like the slowest counterattack goal ever, but a really nice dribble at the end of the day as well. Really clean from him.
There was a little boost at the end there. They were saving something in the tank, but yeah, slow counterattack, able to go the distance. What works, works. 1-0 lead, UTS.
Yeah, so UON on the back foot now. Certainly, you'd think the favorites, despite our bias casting, having the win and getting some good performances, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, they are the favorites, like, especially, you know, when you consider the sub situation for UTS, when you consider you know, UON style of play. I mean, this was a team that at the start of the season thought, hey, they could have been in that top 4 had they had a couple more breaks go their way. 3 game 5s, 2 of them against them. You kind of flip those 2 results, we're looking at completely different standings for this UON team.
Again, it just goes to show just how tight all these matches have been. So many game 5s all season long. All these teams have just been absolutely battling each week.
Yeah, it's actually been kind of insane, and especially when you consider, like, you know, the teams who UON lost to in the game 5s. It was, I mean, UOW and Griffith. Like, if they had been able to win those series, I mean, first of all, Griffith's probably not in the playoffs. UOW isn't in first place in the standings, and you have UON up there. But right now, it's all UTS. Second goal going to the team in blue.
Yeah, this counterattack is a little too much for UON to deal with. They just seem, a little bit uncoordinated getting back in defense. And UTS have always been great mechanically, so, yeah, they're not going to let those chances slip.
That's just it, and this is where you always have to kind of be a little bit doubtful about UTS, right? They'll have games where they look so good. Like, the mechanics will be on point, they'll be outpacing their opponents, and the games they win decisively, but then they can never do it, like, for an entire series. They'll look amazing one game, and then the next game disappear. Abtix doesn't get the goal.
Oh, that's a big missed chance from Abtix. He'll be kicking himself for that one, and now the counterattack is on, always so dangerous, but UTS are far back, but you're right, Max. I certainly, as this series goes on, eyes will be on UTS to see if they can get over what's been haunting them, not being able to close out series.
Yeah, last week I think the biggest example of that against USYD, where, you know, 2 games up, could have put it away. Well, they're going to put this first game away. It looks like Knight finds the third.
I gotta say, I hate that Knight's in a red car. I can't stand it. It's very... I feel like it's on purpose, and it's very, very troll.
I gotta... Which team is that? Because that's obviously a team car, right? Like, that's how that works? That's like the only way you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Who is it? I have no... Oh, it's Mouseies. Wait.
Oh, Mouseies. That's a throwback, man.
Yeah.
Were you around when they were playing? Speed was on the roster.
I'm familiar with the org, but I'm not familiar with, like, you know, who was on it and all that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know a lot was on it. Speed, but yeah, I think they fell apart pretty quickly, which is probably why the org didn't stick around.
Well, Abtix, had a chance for the goal. Couldn't quite get it through, and now up
nice
back
touch.
the other way. Magnet, doesn't get the double, and Knight just puts it off into the corner.
You can see how mechanical these UTS players are, though. I mean, that's going to be coming at UON all series long, and they've got to figure out a way around it.
That they do. Magnet shot, not quite on target right there. Storm now is going to try to follow it through. Bud flicking it towards the middle. Abtix clears it across the center of the pitch. Minute and a half to go, though. If UON's going to come back in this first game, they're going to need these points now. Still trying to find the passing game. Storm just throws it to nobody. Bud was all the way back in the defensive corner.
Yeah, everyone rotating very deeply for UON, but it works out. UTS take their foot off the gas pedal, but they can certainly afford to. They're 3 goals up.
Yeah, they can afford to, and, you know, it's a good start for this UTS side. We saw, you know, some good counterattacking play. Not the fastest, but mechanically sound, and it was enough to get themselves the 3-goal lead, so... Moving forward, I am hoping the pace of this game kind of starts to cook up a little bit more. It was a very slower game, number 1, but controlled, if nothing else.
I feel like that's always been UON's style, so nothing going their way. But yeah, UON play a very controlled, slow style, go for passes like that. It's just that their finishing has been a bit off this game 1, sadly.
It really has been. Abtix is normally all over those shots. It's just been missing on the goal line, and could it be the difference in this first game? 20 seconds left. Double committing to the corner. Open net for Knight. 4-0 lead for UTS.
And the anti-consolation goal, man. Double commit right with 18 seconds remaining. That's not good for the mentality. We'll see how UON will be able to bounce back.
I'm sure they'll be fine. We don't worry about UON. They'll bounce it back, right? We'll see. I mean, 4-0, not the start you'd be hoping for. It's Magnet. Keeps it in the corner, pass back, but down to Stacks, swing and a miss. Here's the thing, though, because, again, UON, I should say it rather, UTS is the team that's never been able to finish. UON, the team that loves to go to Game 5s. Game 1 might be in the books, Jake, but even with that 0-second goal, you have to believe UON's going to come back in this series.
All right, I tell you what it might be. We're a bit negative, right? We're a bit downer here because we're always like, oh, UTS can't close out.
I mean, you say negative. I say we're global elite.
What I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking that, like, UTS are just, like, gods at warming up. Because they always come in absolutely swinging. And I think UON certainly don't look warmed up at the moment. I think they're going to, you know, figure it out. There'll be more of a fight, game 2, further on in the series. And UTS maybe just struggle to match their opponents once they get warmed up.
I'm going to take a look now. I'm going to put that theory to this. How is UTS's game 1's gone? Because I can have a little look on that. And that one didn't go too great. But Macquarie, no.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count. Okay, so I'm going to have a very disturbing stat for you, I think. Hold on.
They haven't won any except last week?
No, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It was a good theory, Jake. It was a good theory, and I was buying it. I just had to look it up and be like, yeah, follow up with the stats. And then the 3 weeks before last week, they had pretty much been shut out in that first game, with the exception against Macquarie. They somehow found 3 goals against Macquarie, so
all right.
fair enough.
No excuses, I guess. This week, they're just proving that they're not chokers. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, normally they win game 2 or 3. Game 2 has been their good game more often than not. So,
I mean, they're starting this one out well as well.
I mean, that was just another counterattack right there. And UON, it's so unusual to see them get punished, I feel like, this hard against the counterattack. Yet here we are, 1-0. And I don't want to put it on any one player in particular, but historically, Storm has been more of that third member player, right?
Yeah, but he hasn't really been there in defense when a lot of these goals
he's been pushing forward. He's been pushing forward, and he's kind of been playing more second man today, if nothing else. So it's been a little bit of a different look, it feels like, from UON, and it hasn't helped them in the first game in a bit.
Yeah, well, it might just be, you know, it might have been a conscious change. Storm was like, all right, if we want to start winning these series, closing them out, we need to get more aggressive. But it's that always that makes Rocket League so difficult as a team game. You change one thing, and it might be good in that area, but it can have its consequences.
And it can, and we'll see if they're going to be able to bring it back. Bud with the chance to defenders in the way. We'll leave the ball up for Magnet up high. Taking it through the corner. Abtic's shot easily collected by Knight as well. UON, they're starting to increase the tempo, and they're putting more pressure on this blue side defense, but they're doing so from behind the midfield line. The counterattack should be more difficult if Abtix doesn't put it in their own net. That got a little bit too close for comfort.
Yeah, but overall controlled, but that is not controlled though. Storm completely missing the ball, and now Knight, again, so McLean with his mechanics, getting the pass to Magnet, but it's well shut out by Abtix. Now they have a counterattack chance.
I feel like, and I'm kind of concerned on this one, like, Storm, if Storm's having a rough day, UON's going to struggle. And Storm has not looked like their consistent self so far in this series. Although, had they turned that into a goal, it could have started to turn around. Now Abtix with the chance, looking to set up Bud. Magnet, too quick, clears it back behind the midfield line.
Oh yeah, Knight almost gets a counterattack goal. The pressure continues, but Abtix is there. The pressure's still there. Sacks in front of the net. No one has it. A counterattack opportunity. Abtix doesn't get it on net though, and can't get around. UTS are back in time.
UTS back on this moment. Storm now putting it up. Here comes Bud, just bullying Magnet away. Abtix will be there on the follow-up as well. Has Storm down and across the middle, but doesn't need them. Shots on target. Abtix reminding us why he's so good.
And this is what UON have been struggling with. They haven't been able to finish these chances, but look at that shot. Beautiful from Abtix, and a very important equalizer.
Yeah, big time goal, and UON needed that. Finally get their first goal of the, pretty sure that's their first goal of the series, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like 5-0 or something by the end of that game one. So they're going to be feeling a lot more comfortable now that this is tied up.
That's what a PC buys you goals. All right, so apparently Abtix may have upgraded some of their equipment. Storm making everybody miss. Hello, 2-1 lead.
Oh, you called him out, and then he puts this on. What a beautiful dribble. Woo! Fake to beat it. So quick. Magnet can't get back in time. Clutch goal from Storm.
I think Storm's been playing ones. I think that could be what's happening here. You know, not always sitting third man back, going for more challenges, dribbles like that. On the ones grind, perhaps.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was excellent. Great job from him. He's pushing forward as well. He's looking so confident, wants to extend this lead.
Yeah, that they do. UON, I mean, look, we were talking about how there was no clean sweeps, you know, against the UTS side. Magnet gets a gift.
Yeah, just takes it there himself. Everyone on UON kind of tripping over each other, and Storm, after an incredible goal, just looks absolutely silly there.
Yeah, that was awkward from Storm, and, well, tie ball game 2 apiece. Pretty dire situation for UON. However, the point I was trying to make, UON, they've also not been involved in the sweep at all. Like, neither of these teams has ever had a 3-0 series, so...
Wow.
Expectation for this one would be we're playing more than 3. As Storm looking for a double, can't get it past Magnet.
That was very clutch by Magnet. The follow-up, though, Knight, super calm. Air dribbles it to Magnet, who doesn't read it properly. Both teams looking to score these chances.
That they are. Storm across that midfield line. Big-time demo. Magnet will take it away. Ball up for grabs. Aptix racing back to challenge. Gets shoved off it now from underneath. Knight, no! Swing and a miss. And it goes the other way. A disaster for UTS.
Oh, it looked like such a great play for Magnet. Touches it. Oh, dunks him. But Knight with a bit of a foolish challenge. Stacks gets bumped as third man. And Aptix just rolls it in.
Oh boy, UON right back in this series if they can hold on for 80 seconds. We're going to a game 3 at the very least. Storm now up above, has Aptix underneath. Knight, though, tries to take it away. Magnet will be the driving force. Got bumped by Aptix. Bud, though, lets it get behind them. Here goes Magnet. Oh, good recovery out of the defender. Sax's shot will be collected.
That was clutch from Bud. Certainly put himself in an awkward situation, but amazing mechanics on the backboard. He's here for a redirect as well. This is dangerous, though. Aptix left alone, but calm. Just drops it to the corner.
As we play through the corner once more, Stacks underneath, leaves it for Knight instead. Too much power behind it. Magnet does keep the defense off balance. Aptix patient play got some distance on it, and Stacks just mistouches that straight back to Bud. Scary situation. Still 30 seconds to go.
Oh, and Knight misses. UTS is starting to panic a little bit. Here's a great chance, though. Magnet, awesome touch. Stacks has no boost, though.
Oh.
Knight's way too far back in an awkward situation now. Storm gets another dribble.
Woo!
Magnet's there, but the finish, no, the scramble defense is there, but only 17 seconds left.
That said, quick counterattacks, that's what's gotten UTS goals in the past. This time, though, it was not quick enough. 10 seconds left. UON looking to take this second game, especially if the ball continues to be jammed. Someone has to go forward. Magnet needs to force something here, puts it up. Storm lets it drop, and we got a tied series.
Wow, all these teams so evenly matched. These two teams will keep their no clean sheet record till the end. Great play from both sides and great recovery from UON.
Yeah, that actually was a really good recovery from that UON side. Again, they were playing a lot further back this second game. They weren't double, triple committing on the attack. They were playing a bit more of a patient game, and UTS, we finally saw them start to make mistakes. We saw some awkward touches from both Knight and Stacks that time. Magnet was getting bumped around. It was a good improvement from the UON side, and if this continues, hey, we have ourselves that back-and-forth series, which we were hoping to see here at the start of our final week.
Yeah, no, awesome. I mean, UON, we said they weren't looking clinical in that first game. They were missing their chances. They didn't miss their chances that game. It's what got them so many goals. They still let in 3, though, so lots of work still defensively for UON if they want to win this series clean. And same for UTS. They let in way too many goals.
They let in way too many, and unfortunately for UTS, it is the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Amazing game 1, game 2. The cracks immediately start to show, and we'll see what happens as we kick off our third right now. So it was a good start for UTS, actually. This could be a goal right here. Double commit, though. Stacks cuts off Knight, and ball awkwardly falls back. Magnet may have just saved a counterattack, but they won't be able to make the solo play happen.
Yeah, UTS is starting to force the issue, maybe a little bit too much. Certainly looking on the risky side here, but still, double commits coming out, but they're looking so confident and fast. Another double commit. They're not scoring, but they're certainly going to make this game wild.
I refuse to believe what T-Riz has said in the chat, by the way.
What did he say?
There is zero chance Aptix was playing as well as they did on a Switch Storm. Big goal.
Dude, Aptix was a Switch gamer? That's sick.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I played on the Switch once and then never again. Rocket League took my money, or maybe it was free at the time. I don't know, but that was not a fun experience.
I first started playing Rocket League on the Switch, actually.
Wow.
Switch was my introduction to the game.
Well, I mean, Rocket League's hard enough that you wouldn't care about the frame rate or anything until...
Well, no, exactly. It was me. That was a sick save by Storm. But yeah, it was a, you know, it was like a house party. And someone busted it out. And so it was, you know, 4-player 2v2 all on the same screen. It was something else.
Yeah. Oh,
Magnet sniping it. That's a tie game.
Magnet's looking so confident. I mean, Knight's always so great at getting goals like this. Look, no one cares. They're triple committed. If Magnet didn't win the race to that, they were absolutely screwed. But it does not matter. They get the equalizer.
I'm going to say this as well. I feel bad for you and every other pro player and every other, you know, high-level player at this game. Because you're too good now, you'll never be able to enjoy, you know, the house party Switch Rocket League experience. It's gone. You'll never get that.
That does sound fun, to be honest. But
it is pretty great, especially when no one knows what they're doing. Like,
that's the joy of Rocket League, man. That's what got, I think, most people into it, just how hard it is.
It is. So it looks so... These guys make it look so easy. They make it look so simple and easy to do, and yet it is one of the most difficult physics-based games out there. Abtix, pass back to Storm. I was hoping for a Psycho touch. Instead, more pressure coming from the UTS side.
Yeah, this is good from UTS. They're calmly building the pressure. No double commits yet. And you can see UON are starting to panic, but they weren't set up to capitalize on it.
Yeah, they weren't on this instance. Now a chance. Magnet again. Just lets himself fall a bit too far behind. Knight popping it up. Here comes Stacks. Has the height on Storm. From underneath, is anyone there? No. UTS playing a bit too far back at times. And unfortunately, you know, that counterattacking killer edge seems to have gone awry as everyone's missing the ball, Jake.
Yeah. No, this is getting a bit chaotic now. Both teams making mistakes, but I mean, they have been all series. This is just these two teams are just playing very fast. You can see Abtix, risky jump there. The power's not there on the shot. It doesn't matter. The accuracy is. Stacks finds the bottom corner.
As we watch this one again, Stacks just allowed a free hit on the ball. Crosses up multiple defenders, and as you said, 2-1 lead now. UTS out in front, a chance to go to yet another match point.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they want to get there that early from what we know from them, but look how fast they're playing. Magnet beats one. Knight doesn't go for it. He's going to get a second chance, though. The aerial's off. Just a backboard. They can't score.
Yeah, they just can't quite piece it together as the net gets crossed up. Bud looking to stay behind it. Now he's able to get on that wall. Flick gets past Magnet. Knight trying to reverse back into the play, but won't be able to stop Storm. Tie ball game once again.
Yeah, top corner from Storm. Too easy. Everyone from UTS panicking. Again, they're so exciting. They're so mechanical, but they get caught like that sometimes, and props for UON to punish it.
There you go. 2-all. As we see the kickoff, Knight gets underneath the ball, just has to flick it past Bud. Actually goes for the demo instead. Magnet follow-up's there. What a fake to the bump to give UTS the lead.
Yeah, that was clutch, man. Bit too slow. It looked a bit iffy, but then Magnet gets the pull shot own goal off Abtix, I think. And UTS back in the lead.
Yeah, UTS back out in front 3-2. That's Magnet. We'll look to get that next touch, pass back down, and no! Stacks can't get there in time.
Oh, what a touch for a Magnet. A 2-goal lead would be so nice because UON are coming back swinging already.
As Bud looks to drop it down, here comes Abtix, stopped by Magnet on the line again, and UTS, they're trying to hold on. They want that match point. They want that first series win. Abtix looks to go across the middle. Stacks swings and misses. Open net for Storm. Will be able to put it through, and we're tied once again.
UTS cannot stay solid in defense. They keep leaving a player back, and it's another great bump. Storm so quick to punish that. And UTS have got to be kicking themselves. They had so many chances to extend that lead.
They had their moments, they had their chances, and they weren't able to put it away. And now, with a minute remaining, I'm not even sure we're in a silver goal situation here, Jake, just because of how quickly they've been scoring these goals. There could be a couple left.
Oh,
Case in point. No! Oh, that could have been it. Stack swing and a miss, and now UON, they're on the hunt.
Oh, this is tragic for UTS, missing their chances now. Magnet still looking so good, but Abtic, solid as a rock, gets back in time.
Yes, they put the shot on again, straight down the middle, and there you have it, UON with a big late lead.
And it's all off Abtix, a great clear, then a quick punish, and again the third man struggling to do their job on UTS, and now their back is against the wall.
4-3, back against the wall. Let's see what they can bring. As Knight,
oh, it's open.
Able to push it forward. Open net. You got to put it in, Knight. Yes, you do. Tie ball game. I told you that we had a couple goals left in regulation. Jake, Knight off the kickoff finds one.
Both teams struggling as third man. What a silly challenge given the circumstances. And Knight, great play from him. Does it all himself. And what a time to do it.
Yeah, here we go. Magnet through the corner. Gets the second touch. Aptix actually gets
dunk.
stumped on. Here comes Stacks, but can't beat out Storm. Middle of the field still collected by Magnet. Still a chance for the UTS side unless Bud can collect this pass. Storm has played it forward. Gets a little play back. Stacks as well. Last shot probably going to come from UON. Bud puts it up. Knight looks to collect. Magnet will get that driving clear, but Storm is back and waiting for it. Will down it for overtime.
Not having any of that. Downs it smartly. We have a kickoff. They've been favoring UTS. Stacks wins it, but can't get the follow-up. Storm's going to get the first chance. It's not on target. It's cleared out. Abtix keeps the pressure going.
Storm, doesn't get that redirect. It would have been sick, but instead overtime continues on. Bud wanted to find Abtix, who, awkward bit of a flip, has to wait for the ball to drop. And again, bit of an awkward flick. Winds up losing possession, and now Magnet will clear it back.
Oh, and Knight's going to get a chance. Big hit. It's going to fall just over the net. UON get enough time to equalize. I'm still bummed out by that Storm miss. You're right. That would have been a sick goal.
That would have been a massive one for UON. Instead, they have to play defense right now. Bud, pre-jump, awkward. Storm able to fall back for it, makes the diving touch, but no one from UON wanted to follow it up. Storm had to burn a lot of resources there. Abtix swings and misses, but Knight commit as well. Storm misses the ball. Bud misses the ball. No one can make contact. Again, Bud loses it. Stacks misses it, but Magnet dives back for the save. A chance for Abtix with the dunk, with the shot, and now Stacks makes the save. Magnet misses. Knight does not. It's going the distance. It is UTS taking game 3.
What just happened? UON could not score. They had so many chances. Oh, that is brutal, Max. That is just, how to recover from that?
Well, you know what? That looked like some house party-esque plays on the Switch right there at the end, so you just boot up and go again, I suppose. But UTS, hey, it was a counterattack that got them the goal, got them that win, but I have to agree with you. UON, they had all the chances in the world, and just no one could make contact with the ball.
Neither team can defend this series, man. I mean, we've had, what, the first game was like 5-0, then we had 4-3, now we have 5-4. It is just fireworks here. And yeah, UON had so many chances, but their finishing could easily be a 3-0 series right now to them if it was a bit more up to the task.
Yeah, I mean, UTS, though, they've been in this position a couple times already. In fact, just go back to last week against USYD. It was an even better position than what they're in right now. They've got 2 games to get their first series win. UON, last chance to bring it back. I mean, this would be a bit of a heartbreak for UON if they wind up dropping this one, especially considering it's a sub on the UTS side. However, we've seen UON. They're the Game 5 maestros. Don't be shocked if they can bring it there one more time.
I'll be shocked if it doesn't, honestly. I think you got to expect UON to come out very hungry to win this one. UTS, we've seen them struggle. Yeah, maybe Stacks will be a big difference maker here, although Bud, big demo. Abtix, it's open for Storm! Storm, what was that?
I said it at the start. Storm looks a little bit off on some of these plays, and yes, the dribbling, the 1v1 mechanics have been there, but the open net mechanics have not been on this occasion. Awkward play, and somehow UTS, the defense holds on. Knight had a chance. Bud disrupts the pass.
Yeah, Magnet's going to get a chance now as well. He's been looking strong. No boost, though. Oh, that is a tough way to start this game that is so important to win. Almost a massive chance for Adtix, but Stacks clutching defense.
And again, the loser of this match, it could be the wooden spoon match, as it were. You don't want to fall behind. If UTS can't bring this one home, it would be a winless season for them. UON, they got one in the books, but they would love that second. Here comes a chance right now. Stacks plays backboard, sets up Storm shot off target, but Aptix would not be. That said, Knight underneath, able to make a key save.
He was a little slow to it. Certainly UON had a chance. Storm flies past the ball. UON looking dangerous, but still struggling to execute.
And we'll see if they're going to be able to bring it back as well across that midfield line. Storm the one with possession. Magnet swings and misses. Storm as well loses it. And now back up the other way. Magnet crosses up Aptix, doesn't get the second touch, leaves it for Knight instead. Shot goes wide.
Yeah, UTS struggling a bit as well, especially with that sustained pressure. They've been heavily counterattack focused. The UON are going to start pushing players forward as well. Knight's going to get a chance.
Oh,
no. Bud gets the redirect though.
Yeah, Bud was able to kind of keep it in the safety corner. Now Magnet with an opening, pass back out. Anyone's got to be there. It Stacks at first, but gets dunked on. Does not matter. Knight waiting. Has to try to get that ball a bit lower. Wasn't really able to. Good read by Aptix. Saves any follow-up chance for UTS.
Yeah, and Stacks keeps the pressure on though. Although Knight, super awkward as third man. Magnet's there. Magnet and Knight stepping up in their defensive roles right now.
Yeah, that duo has actually been putting in a lot of good work, it feels like. And with 2.5 minutes to go, Storm going for a reset. What was that? They didn't really make contact with the ball. It looked fancy, but it did not fake anybody out.
Yeah, Adtix doesn't get the best clear. Magnet's pushing forward, still looking so confident. It's a great pass. Stacks, is that on? It's not. UTS missed their opening chance, and now a counterattack for Adtix.
Let's see what Aptix can do. Ball off the backboard there. Storm crosses it up, puts it through. Used the post, Jake. Was a little nervous, but hey, goal's a goal, and UON are out in front.
I was so nervous. I'm sure Storm was as well. Completely open net. Maybe haunted from his first miss, but he gets it done, and he gets the important opening goal.
Yeah, we'll see what happens now as Aptix gets bumped away. Bud now look to set up out of the corner. Stacks is there, down. Magnet steals it off of them. Still just under 2 minutes remaining. Haven't really seen UTS get shut out yet, so this could be the first if UON can hold on, but I don't know. That 100 seconds, it's going to feel long.
Yeah, both teams have certainly solidified their defense, but UTS haven't looked quite as dangerous on offense either. Again, they've struggled to close out series in this situation. Can they step up to close it in Game 4?
See if they can piece it all together right now. Storm through the corner. Keeps it away from Knight and Magnet. Pass back. Doesn't connect with Bud, but Aptix will do a tight cut. Magnet over the top, looking for somebody, anyone on that deep side. Gets the full boost. Now looking to drop it down. Bud collects underneath. Here comes Knight. Once again on the follow-up. Pinch off the roof. Ball underneath. Stacks doesn't get the touch. Magnet
nice
does.
shot.
Crossing it up. Trouble commit on defense was needed. Magnet gets a demo. Aptix still finds the clear.
Still, UTS struggling with their pressure, just rotating way too far deep. Missed a massive opportunity there, and there's not going to be many more with only 50 seconds left.
Yeah, it's getting very, very close. Here we go, 42 seconds. Stacks out of the corner. Looks to play it on the corridor as well. Aptix cuts it off, though, and I mean, if UTS, they've found counterattacking opportunities in the clutch in the past. Can they find one here with 30 seconds? A chance to go to overtime. Here it is. Magnet. No. Denied by Bud.
Bud stepping up. Everyone from UON have certainly stepped up to keep this clean sheet. This much needed clean sheet in Game 4. Can they hold it in the last 15 seconds though? Magnet, great pass, but still UTS, no one pushing up. 10 seconds left. No one's going.
Awkward.
Magnet's turning. He has no boost though. Gets it center, but UTS can't figure it out.
Stax is the one playing midfield. It's all on the sub here, but Storm's got the height, Storm's got the touch, and UON go to Champions Field.
UTS is struggling, man. We see it every time. They're just looking nervous. They're playing way too far back, even in the last 30 seconds when you're down a goal. And Game 5, they've got a lot to prove here because they do not have a good history.
Fourth Game 5 for UON out of 7 this season. Third Game 5 for UTS out of 7 this season. Both these teams have been here multiple times. Both of them losing records on Champions Field. When you need to clutch it up, though, last chance, last game for both of these teams in the Elite Series. A chance to end on that high. 5 minutes being placed on the clock right now. Who's going to take this one, Jake? I mean, look, it might be a battle for the wooden spoon, but it means a lot for these players.
I mean, I'm impressed with UON at the moment. They stepped up in that Game 4. Their defense was rock solid. And UTS, we know the mechanics they have, but I think they need to bring some team play, some pressure to open up some opportunities because UON aren't slowing down.
UON right on with it straight away off this kickoff, essentially. Storm's touch right down where it needs to be, and if Storm is finally waking up, if Storm is finally online, oh, it's going to be problems for UTS.
Yeah, that was sick from Storm. I mean, you don't see Knight get beat to the ball often, and it's an important opening goal. Magnet, nice dribble though.
Ooh.
UON are looking so solid in defense now though.
Yeah, that they are. They're definitely stepping it up. Still 4.5 minutes to go, though. Plenty of time, perhaps for UON to find their own opening. Storm swings and misses. Stacks underneath. Didn't get that powerful touch, but is able to make the read on Abtix. And now, with Magnet looking to set up Knight, I mean, it has to be Magnet and Knight, right? Like, they're the two on UTS we want to see connect if they're going to get that equalizer.
I'm telling you, though, it has to be all three. I mean, they're so good on the counterattack, but UON aren't giving them those counterattack opportunities anymore. They have to get them through their offense. And you need to do some sustained pressure to force some mistakes. So all three players have got to step up here.
I just haven't seen Stax get those consistent touches. Case in point, that is a meatball up for grabs, and Storm is hungry. 2-0 lead for UON.
Oh, it's falling apart. Stax, not the touch he was looking for. Magnet looking like he's playing for the other team. What is going on here for UTS in Game 5?
It's the UTS story of old. Win one game to give you false hope. In this case, it may have been twice, but now with 3:50 to go, UON looking to win it on a high. Abtix now with space, puts it above Knight. Look for Storm, they couldn't connect.
No, but they're not going to mind too much. They're going to be feeling very comfortable with this 2-goal lead. UTS haven't been able to score in a long time. Here's a good chance for Knight. It's center, Stacks there. That's what we were needing, but he was too slow.
Too slow on this instant. Storm actually gets bumped away by Magnet. Abtix goes for the challenge as a swing and a miss as well. Bud popping it up. Someone's got to fall through underneath. Abtix is there. Touch towards the goal. Bud following through. Yeah, you know it. And that's a 3-0 lead now for UON.
Did Bud? I thought this was an own goal. I thought this was a sick own goal, but apparently it was a sick angle. Bud finds it. It pinches off Knight, but it doesn't matter. UTS have such a mountain to climb right now.
Yeah, and UTS again, just letting this one slip away. It feels like 3 minutes to go, roughly, on Champions Field. And kudos to UON right now. As soon as they started to bring that pressure back, as soon as the tempo increased, they were the faster, consistent team. Although, Knight with a chance can't get it past Storm.
Storm so solid, though, in defense. UON are focused now. And UTS, you can see that throwing people at it, but they just cannot keep this pressure up.
No, they haven't been able to. They have not been able to find that big, I guess, conclusion to it all, one might say. It's getting rougher and rougher almost at this stage. As 2:30 to go. Here comes Storm. Touch, open net, and now it's 4-0.
Oh, well played from UON. I don't want to call it just yet, but I mean, UTS, they're looking absolutely outclassed right now. UON have just gotten better and better as the series has progressed, and UTS, again, have just failed to step up to the occasion.
Yeah, and now with 2.5 minutes remaining, you're right. You can't call it yet, but it's going to take a Herculean effort from, as you said at the start, pretty much everybody on this team starting to connect, because now they cannot afford to play passive. They've got to take risks. And when they've been taking risks is when things have gone bad for worse for UTS throughout the context of this series. Ooh. Magnet's touch, though. Great shot off the roof, and, well, 3 is a lot more reasonable than 4.
No, this was an O goal, right? Again, Magnet, yeah, just absolutely slammed into the net by Storm. Not what you're after. That could certainly start some momentum here for UTS.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'll give Storm the assist on that one. Was trying to make the play from above. It was a risky play, a risky attempt. But yeah, I mean, 3 goals is still a lot. But if Knight's touch found the mark, maybe it would be reasonable. Magnet can't recover from this one. Knight too far back. It's all on Stacks to keep the pressure moving forward. UTS doesn't get the play through the corner.
I want to see Stacks step up. He's only on 28 points this game. He's struggled, but it needs to be a 3-person effort here. He's pushing forward. Here's his chance.
There it is.
He gets the goal. And suddenly this is possible.
Here we go. 100 seconds remaining. Knight looking for those bumps. Didn't really need them, though. Stacks did it with that touch, and now the 2-goal lead. The most dangerous lead in football. Is it the most dangerous lead for UON? Can UTS finally bring it back? There's a chance off this kickoff. Stacks too slow.
And this is what we were missing in Game 4. They're pushing players forward now. They're noticing that they need to step up the pressure. It's a good redirect. UON, they're just starting to park the bus, though. Look at them.
Oh, they're trying. They're trying to hold it down. And, I mean, this typically hasn't led to UTS goals. I mean, UON has been doing a good job of drawing pressure, but now a chance. Knight can't quite beat Aptix to the shot.
Again, it's the follow-up that's important to watch. Stacks gets a nice touch, but it's a little too slow. Knight's going to get another chance, but still UON. There's the miss. There was the demo, but a missed shot, and suddenly time is running very low.
Stacks just swung and missed the ball, unfortunately. I think pressure got to them, tried to overthink it, and now we're back on that blue side. This is where UON can control the tempo, can control the game. A goal here could put it away. Aptix finds the net, 5-2, and UON, they're going to take this series, Jake.
I mean, well done to UON. What a turnaround. They got better and better through the series. UTS stepped up in the final moments, but now they need an absolute miracle.
Yeah, they need to really dig deep if they're going to come back in this one. Here we go, 2-5 on the board. And with the kickoff going against UTS, it's looking like UON are going to be able to put this one away. Demos happening in the corner. Storm looking to pass back to Aptix, who will collect. Ball again, up for grabs, middle of the pitch. Here comes Knight. Gets a driving touch forward, but yeah, it's not fast enough, Jake. It's going to be UON getting it done, and you know what, UON? Another Game 5 for them. They'll finish 2-2 on Champions Field.
Yeah, great play from them. I mean, great league play as well. They've been really impressive despite, you know, the tough competition in this league. And we'll have to see if they can confirm their number 6 spot with USYD after. Although they beat USYD, didn't they? So I think that will confirm the 6th spot.
I believe you are absolutely correct. It will confirm UON 6th place. And it will also confirm UTS in 8th when it is all said and done. So USYD, I mean, they'll have to settle for 7th place overall when we'll see them play again later. But, yeah, again, UTS, it's the same story. Look great one game, disappear the next, and just unable to finish these series off.
It's tragic, man. It's actually so sad to watch. And, yeah, I think the rotating roster probably hurt them a lot this series. I hope they learn that lesson for next season of AEL.
Yeah, it's all about those availabilities, right? Who can play, who can step up. I mean, we didn't see Flicky as much as I would have liked. Not Owl, super impressive, not here today. And maybe those are the types of players that can make the difference, you know, as we get deeper. But that said, we are currently putting together an interview, I believe, for you all with that winning side, UON. And more bad news, I think, for everybody. It's not going to be Bud. It's going to be Storm joining us in just a few moments. So as soon as they get in here, we can have a chat with them about how they kind of feel this season went.
I mean, I think everyone wants to hear from Bud, but Storm as well. I mean, he played awesome. I certainly want to hear about his open net miss because that was kind of hilarious. And, yeah, it'll be a fun one.
Yeah, we'll see. They'll get there in time, hopefully. Hopefully we won't take too long on this. But up next, though, we can take a quick little sneak peek. We do have McCory versus Griffith up next, and that could be an interesting one, especially if, Twitch has to believe and people more interested about, the subways and all that is. Okay, looks like it's a change of plan. Looks like we're getting Magnet for an interview.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
Sad. I'm so sad. How did you guys not win a single series, man?
Oh
You're so good.
my goodness. We're just having a fun time, and sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. But what matters is that we had fun. We actually had a blast of a series, even though we lost. Unfortunate. But I think we did well for some of the games. Some of the games were not as great, but, that's just how Rocket League is, I guess.
So what's happened this series, this season as a whole? Because normally when a team doesn't win a single match, they're getting swept. They're kind of looking outclassed. But you guys were competitive in every single series you played in. But you can never win the games that matter. You can never win the game 4s or the game 5s. What was going on there?
At least last week, I have no idea how we got reverse swept. At least. Yeah, we just couldn't finish our series. Those couple of game 5s and game 4s, we just could not close it out. Sometimes we just played inconsistent, and sometimes we just messed around a bit too much, and then let the other team get momentum, and then we just lose.
So what's the off-season training plan then? How are you guys gonna come back stronger?
I'm gonna at least try to play at least more than 1 hour every 2 weeks, because I've basically not been playing because of uni. So I think we'll come back stronger. We'll come back, and we'll probably give people a run for their money again.
Yeah, well, one last question then before we kind of send you off on your way, just because you still have that the Open League, I guess, playoffs around the corner as well. So it's not like you're done entirely. There's still another event happening. What are your sort of expectations for that one?
My expectations, I think we could do very well, actually. I think our roster is quite good individually. So I think if we just show up on the day, I think we can do very well, and it'll just matter how we play.
Excellent. All right. Well, I wish you good luck on that event, and if we see you in the finals, hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe we have a chance to speak again.
Thank you.
Excellent. So that was Magnet from UTS. High spirits despite a disappointing end to the season, but that's what I like to hear, Jake. I like to see, smiles on everyone's faces.
I love that. You don't see it often, man. I mean, we don't see loser interviews often, but I can't imagine many people are as happy as Magnet was there. So yeah, it's great to see.
All right. Well, we're going to be throwing to a break right now. When we come back, I promise you we'll have someone from UON to speak to. I'm assuming it's Storm. Was told it was Storm, and then I got Magnet. I don't know. Magnet, say a strike, electricity, lightning strikes. I don't know. Figure it out yourself. Either way, we'll be back after just a few moments. Welcome back, everybody. Series 1 done and dusted. UON. The Game 5, I almost said Game 7, but no, the Game 5 Maestros, they got it done once more, and we have Storm now here to join us to talk about their season, because unfortunately, Storm, first of all, sick background, but secondly, how were you guys always, and I mean always, in Game 5, it felt like?
Look, it's sprinkle of bad luck, sprinkle of a bit of inconsistency. Definitely a bit rusty myself. Like, I'm super proud of Bud and Jax. They did amazing the entire semester, but yeah, just getting that finish, that's always a hard bit, and just couldn't pull it out for most of the days we were playing, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. And how does it feel having the fan favorite Bud on the roster? Does that elevate you guys, or is it more pressure?
No pressure at all. It's great. It's great to have the support. UON always comes out, whether it's friends of friends or the club itself. All the members coming through on Twitch. It's just great to have that support, and it makes it a lot more fun. And I'm really grateful for everyone in the club.
So, because you've been doing this for a while now, like several seasons in AEL. The first time we've done a league play kind of like this. What's your sort of take on the league play? Was it something that think kind of improved your play? Did you enjoy it more? Or do you want to go back to, kind of beating up on lesser teams on your way to the playoffs?
I think it's less so about beating up the other teams, as well as just giving them a chance or an opportunity to kind of have that experience as well. Like, AEL was really amazing for so many different unis and so many different teams, whether they were gold, plat, bronze, whatever, to kind of have that exposure and just have that fun of being streamed and being casted by you guys. Like, you guys do some amazing tournaments as well, so it's a very high regard. It's a bit unfortunate that a lot of teams kind of missed out on that this semester in Open League, but yeah, it's been good. I think personally it does make me better. It keeps me playing a bit.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta talk about it, Storm. You had a few open net misses, especially one awesome one in, I think, Game 4. How did you recover from that personally? And I guess as a team, how did you guys make the comeback happen to get the Game 5 win?
To be honest, I completely forgot about it, and that's kind of the way to go about it. A mistake happens, you don't dwell on it, you just move on and keep doing your best. Between matches, just take a breather, take a deep breath, and kind of think about what could be improved on for the next match.
Speaking of the next matches, obviously UON's journey not quite done yet. There still is that sort of open event where you will be the number 2 seed in going into the playoffs. What is your expectations there? Macquarie's probably going to be a spooky team, but do you think you'll get that rematch and topple them again?
Potentially. AEL is one hell of a beast. Anything can happen, and that's why we love it. So I'm looking forward to getting into those matches.
Excellent. Well, looking forward to seeing you possibly, make it all the way through. Once again, congratulations on the season, and it'll be a sad day when you retire, so I hope to keep seeing UON and you on that pitch.
I'm around for a few more years.
Excellent.
Thanks, guys.
And there was Storm, and hopefully we'll remember Storm at the start of next split, but I'm sure as it always goes, it's going to slip my mind one more time. I'm not going to forget that backdrop. I think that might be what changes it, Jake. Seeing the cool background in this room.
That was amazing. That is the best gamer room I've seen by a long shot.
Dude, whenever it's like space themed, I'm always gonna like fall in love with it. Like, that's just kind of how it goes. But now we still have 3 more series to get into, and again, we want to talk seeding, we want to talk importance. This one is a very big one. Macquarie still wants to be that number 1 team right now. Griffith University, they want to play spoiler, and they've been playing spoiler to a lot of top teams, actually, so could be an interesting match.
Yeah, well, it should be exciting. I mean, we're seeing the depth of the Macquarie lineup here. We have Akame and Ray coming in. Akame's a beast, and Ray is so solid. So, I mean, it's so silly that these guys are subs. And, I mean, Griffith have been the dark horse of the tournament. So, this would be a massive win for them to keep solidifying the run they've been on.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking before about how UON is like, this team that kind of constantly gets to, Champions Field. Well, there's another team that's been getting to Champions Field a lot. Griffith, they've been there 3 times. They've won 3 times. They beat UON there. They beat UTS there. But most importantly, they beat RMIT there last week in what was a massive series and a massive victory for them. So, I mean, this is a big one for Griffith. If they can get this win, they will be right up there. Still probably actually in the number 4 seed because of game differentials. Like when it comes to that tiebreaker, they're a bit further down. But you never know how it can plan out. They can steal number 3 seed away. Like there's a lot that can go wrong. So Macquarie, even though they're currently tied kind of in that number 1 position, it's still going to be a tough match for them.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. I mean, I can't believe... I think this is against a lot of people's predictions. I mean, RMIT coming in 5th, obviously shocking, but I just love how close all the top-seeded teams are, and especially that UWA has a really solid chance of ending up in 1st seed today.
Yeah, UWA could be 1st seed. I mean, UOW could be 1st seed, but so too could Macquarie. But this is a big series for them because every game matters. That game differential, I think, is possibly going to be the deciding factor when it's all said and done, but then you have like the head-to-head tiebreaker. I'll be keeping track of the tiebreakers. Don't worry. We'll have our top 4, I feel, at the end of the day, but this is going to be a good series either way, and I don't know. I'm feeling it. 2 subs, don't get me wrong. Ray and Akame are great, but if Griffith is going to pull off that subset, this is, you know, the best situation for them to do it.
That is a sick term, man. I like that one.
We'll see. We'll see how it works out. I'm keen to get in. And also, don't forget, too, Lunar was talking Subway in the Twitch chat, right? Lunar's probably playing one-handed, eating with the other. That's something we got to take into consideration as well.
Maybe just got home, not warmed up. Luna had plenty of excuses last week. He was lagging, though, but...
We'll see how it does play out. Macquarie, of course, will be on blue. Griffith will be in red. And I'm excited to see how they look. Sleepy Edos as well as extremely washed up. And washed up has been that interesting player. Tends to kind of have slower starts but then pick up late. And speaking of picking up fast, Edos off the kickoff. 1-0 for Griffith.
What even happened to start this game? I mean, Macquarie were like trolling, joining, rejoining, and then they instantly get punished for it. That's some karma for sure. Great goal from Edos.
Yeah, that was so quick. And I don't know what was going on with that Macquarie side. Like, they are definitely a team that, you know, they mess around a bit. They're here for fun, and sometimes weird things happen. Is how come they haven't been as dominant as we maybe initially expected? Although, what a pass to Akame. We're tied once again.
It's the super subs, man. I mean, Ray got all that space dribbling out of defense and then even set up his teammate. I'm telling you, Macquarie, even though there's 2 subs, this is a top team.
Yeah, this is a very top team. And again, they're still probably the favorites, I would peg, to win the entire event as a whole. But we'll see how they continue to play out right now. Akame, oh, bit awkward right there. Fakes it for Lunar, who puts it up high, follow up underneath. Lunar tries to throw it back to Ray. Eidos is there, and will clear it along the corridor, although an awkward drop sees an immediate touch by Akame, and this is the fastest, most aggressive Macquarie we have seen in a while.
Yeah, no, they're not messing around. You saw even Luna there playing super quick. Everyone pushing forward. We heard from the interview with Ray that he really wants to like prove himself that he can be core material for this roster, so he will be wanting to play his best as well.
I think that's an actual point as well, because like obviously what we saw last week and what we've seen from this team in the past when it comes to Macquarie, they like to pre-jump, they like to be flashy when they have, you know, their core roster, but for the players like Akame, for like Ray, they just want to win, right? They just want to come in and play solid Rocket League, so this lineup could be a scarier Macquarie than we've seen. Akame just beats out 2 defenders for the second goal.
Luna says, me and Ray need to do an in-game trade after this. I need a new topper. So Luna's trolling.
Yeah, I mean,
and as expected from Macquarie, I am very interested to see what topper he pulls out, because I mean, Ados has got the throw going on here. He clearly just wants to one-up it.
Yeah, I mean, look, if we're talking about, you know, car designs and like how terrifying they look, just zoom in on extremely washed up, please. And whatever's going on right there, as well as Ados, as well as Sleepy. It's the entire Griffith team right now, Jake.
They look
They're
awesome.
you know, at least they're in uniform.
They're rocking the clown cars, I think, is the vibe I'm at least getting from them. It's sick. Yeah, it's like a uniform. It's cool.
It is, as Akame doesn't get the second touch. There was a chance there. Lunar's touch gets posted towards the net as well. Bumps coming in. Ray actually kind of faked himself out. Akame has to rotate back. Washed up already there through the corner. Eidos doesn't get the shot. Doesn't get a good pass either. Needed it more centered for Sleepy.
I don't know about the color scheme, though. Sorry, I mean, yeah, back to the Rocket League. Extremely washed up. Kind of a random open goal here. It looks like a demo just opened everything up.
Yeah, just outpaced Akame. Got the goal. Fair enough. Tie ball game 2-2.
There's so much quick chat going on between these two teams. I mean, the banter is on at the moment. The fake kickoff works out perfectly, although Akame dunks. Luna's there to clean it up there.
I mean, it's Macquarie. That's again, it's been the Macquarie way, right? They're chatty, they're flashy, they're very good at the game. And this is kind of that preview matchup, you know, could be a playoff match. If Macquarie wins this, there is a chance we could be seeing a best-of-7 between these two teams in that semifinal. So it is an interesting one for, you know, Griffith. Like, losing this could just mean a rematch. Winning this could mean a different opponent.
Yeah, so still that seeding is so important. Certainly, Macquarie, I mean, they look like they're having fun, but at the same time, they're very skillful. They're playing very quick, and at the moment Griffith are holding up, but it's going to be difficult if Macquarie keep this speed.
Yeah, it will be as Touches gets pushed towards the net, but not quite able to find its place. Sleepy swing and a miss as well. Lunar tries to touch it forward, diving back. It's a double commit and should be an open net. Ray will capitalize. 3-2 lead for Macquarie.
Again, just so good. I mean, look at just this pressure causing that double commit, and Ray just falls into his lap, but still clinical to get the goal.
Very well done. 3v2 now for Macquarie. Can they continue? Everyone's faking the kickoff, Jake. Double fake.
I like it. I like it. Both teams trying to get in their heads, and also just, yeah, trying to really outthink their opponents on the kickoff instead of just making it that automatic kind of thing you do.
Well, I think what happened there, I'd have to go back and watch the replay, but it looked like Akame faked first, and then the Griffith fake was in response.
That's so random, man. I mean, yeah, no, these guys are... I'm liking it. I want to see more kickoff goals that aren't just the other team screwing up.
Yeah, exactly. I would, because usually I'm pretty negative kickoff goal, right? Like I'm not the biggest fan of them. But if it's a designed play, like, you know, the Spanish kickoff that we saw, Game 6 last RLCS Finals, if it's something like that, I'm for.
No, of course, man. Yeah, no, I want to see it as well. So I like the creativity. And Griffith, they need a goal right now. They're one goal down. They're getting some nice pressure, but I'm expecting Macquarie's defense to be rock solid, although it's very passive at the moment. It's not going to matter, though. Luna gets the dribble out.
Yeah, and Lunar should be able to set up nicely. However, there was no follow-up. Akame all the way back just outside the box, so bit of an awkward play, actually, for this Macquarie side. 18 seconds left. A goal here could seal it. Akame doesn't collect the pass. In fact, it's going to come back up the other way. It's open. It's there for the taking, but everyone too slow to it. Washed up. Doesn't get the magic touch. In fact, it comes all the way back to the red side of the pitch.
What a massive opportunity. That is... Oh, Griffith are going to be kicking themselves with that one. It looks like Macquarie are going to survive. They're keeping the pressure. Oh. Griffith are keeping the ball up, but ultimately they're still stuck in their half. Low boost. It finally drops down, but Griffith is showing that they're going to keep this competitive.
Yeah, I think we have ourselves a good series kind of gearing up for right now. Griffith did look strong at moments. Had missed opportunity at the end, though. That's going to be biting, I feel, for the Queensland side. Macquarie, though, good start. And, well, straight away, Lunar out of that lobby, changing detail. Like, they're sticking with it. They're committing to the bit.
Sleepy says get those hats on. So, sounds like everyone's getting the hats on. I'm not sure. Did all the players from Griffith have a topper? They did. They did. They all had different hats, so let's see if Macquarie can match the fashion sense on the pitch.
Well, the thing is, like, again, yes, seeding is important, and you do want kind of finish in that #1 seeded spot, but there isn't really the pressure. If you lose this, you miss out on playoffs, you miss out on that top 4. So it is a pretty relaxed series in that regard. That's why I'm not surprised to kind of see this happening. Ray has also left, I think, to grab a topper as well. Akame, the only one who is staying in the lobby.
Do you know the format of the finals? Is it double elim or single elim? It looks single elim.
I believe it's single elim best of 7s.
Yeah. Wow. Well, seeding is gigantic then. I didn't realize. Yeah. No. Seeding is a super big deal, and you're right. So certainly way less pressure once you're guaranteed that top 4. But still, you've really got to, in a single elimination bracket, you do not want the toughest match in your first round.
And the awkward thing is, again, like, if you're on this Griffith side, it could be who you're playing right now, right? Like, McCory can just, like, beat the team. It's like, all right, cool, we can beat them. And then you have to go and play them again 2 weeks later. Like, I'm not sure how you feel about that mentally. Like, are you more geared up for revenge? Is it, you know, the doubt in the back of your mind? Like, it's such a weird situation when a league play can potentially finish like this.
What topper is this out of Lunar? It's a cool, like, dragon lizard-looking one.
Dude, it's a gator. I like it.
It's a crocodile, yeah. It's wiggling. That's actually a sick topper. I like that.
I hate the wheels, but I love the topper. Ray gets the first goal.
Yeah, and Ray's dripping all the alpha drip, showing that he is absolutely loaded, apparently, despite being a uni student.
Yeah, wait, what?
I thought someone in the previous lobby had alpha boost, but it just looked very similar. I'm almost positive that's alpha. Ray off the ceiling. Doesn't get that one.
Man. You know what? I'm not going to question it. I'm sure they traded up in the world to find, you know, the drip, as it were. And we're going to see what Sleepy can do. Puts it up. Eidos had the bump, but the shot was just not there. Washed Up's going to have another crack at it off the backboard. Nobody in the middle of the pitch, so Sleepy will have to cut. Eidos now is going to have a chance at it. Lunar too quick, though, and the defense from Macquarie holds true.
Yeah, Lunar very solid. Akame looking good as well. The only player at the moment without a topper on. And Griffith holding on well, but they're already down a goal.
And, well, they could be down another here, depending on what Macquarie can do. It will get cleared back to that midfield line as we watch Akame go for that dribble. It's weird. I've never seen a lobby where everyone has a topper save one. That's a first.
It's always all or nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because now you're in that position okay, so I like it from Akame. You're trying hard to win. You're playing for it, and I wouldn't encourage anything other than that. But you definitely stand out as the player who is, you know, the most try hard. Although with the pass down and in like that looks good.
Yeah, nothing wrong with being try hard. I respect it.
No.
I wouldn't have a topper on in this lobby, but I mean the two toppered up players are just combining beautifully there.
Well, yeah, no, like, as I was saying that, I was trying to figure out how best to word it, because I agree with you. I think the try-hard should be encouraged, and it's always such a weird... It's always a weird insult, right? Where it's like, oh, look at this guy playing to win, trying so hard. Like, yes, that's what you should be doing. I don't know. I've always found that insult very strange to me.
Yeah, this is what's the word? Transcending esports right now. This is like high school burns and why they're stupid. Like, yeah.
But you see it, though, all the time. Like, I've even seen it, you know, sometimes in, like, when I watch back RLCS or something and look at the Twitch chat, it's like, oh, my gosh, Torsos is just trying so hard right now. It's like, yes!
No.
That! I mean, you have to try hard to make goals like that happen.
No, you're right. That is, it's very silly that comes across in an esports environment. So it makes no sense. You're right. Why would you call Torsos a tryhard? What an idiot.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird one. By the way, Eidos, no! Can't get the dunk. Won't be able to find it. Halfway through the second game, and Macquarie just pulling away. It's the power of the alligator, claims Lunar.
Yeah, no, it's the power of the RLCS gamer, man. I mean, he's got it all. He's a menace in offense and unbreakable in defense at the moment.
Unbreakable is exactly what you need to be, as Extremely Washed Up tries to center, finds Eidos, and now here comes a chance. Washed Up, not enough power behind that. Ray makes the first save, and the follow-up touch way off target. Not sure if they wanted a pass or a cut, or that was just an off shot, but it is a flip at the map.
I still can't believe how good Ray and Akame are. It's like actually unfair how stacked this Macquarie lineup is. It's unfair to Ray and Akame, man. I mean, they could be star players on most rosters in this league and their subs.
I'm going to think, honestly, like, as Washed Up gets the goal right in front of the net, so hold the thought for right now. This is about as tight pressure as you could possibly get. Look at where all these touches are, just right out front in Akame. Bit of an awkward swing and a miss, right? We're saying their praises. But to go back to that point, yeah, I almost feel this lineup is almost more dangerous because you have less chance for the kind of mess around moments that you will when you get Lunar and Zen on the pitch together.
I don't disagree that Zen could possibly be a net negative despite being super good.
And that's not a knock on it's the how committed are they to the league play matches? I think in the finals you'll get a different beast, but yeah, for league play matches, you know, commitment's something you're going to look at right now because Zen's been there and done everything, right? Like, he has had an amazing career.
Yeah, and Ray and Akame have something to prove here. Akame feels chill, man. Akame just feels like he's here to freestyle and pop off and then just chill out. But we heard from Ray that he's hungry, man, and here's his chance. Doesn't get the goal, though.
That one goes a bit awry still, though. It is a 1-goal lead with 45 seconds left as Lunar tries to set up. And look, yes, we're talking a lot about Ray and Akame. Lunar, though, still is arguably, and maybe even, you know, substantially the most dominant force on the pitch. It feels like every time they're on it here in AEL, but for now, ADOS' shot, it will be saved by Ray.
Yeah, certainly struggling to get these goals. 20 seconds remaining. Griffith, they need something special, but just look at the speed that Macquarie have in this midfield.
Yeah, now they're going to turn it into a shot. ADOS intercepts it before it comes through.
Oh,
Now a chance to go back the other way. It's the touch. Is it accurate? No. Sleepy won't get there in time either.
That was the sickest play, man. It was a back pass into a bump, but the open net... What? Luna almost own-goaling himself. I'm not sure.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. They got the win. It's all good.
I'm not sure how intentional it was. Akame's left the lobby, surely to get some troll car on. I don't know what's happening in this series anymore.
Got to get the topper. It's a Macquarie series. We never know what's happening until it's over, right?
That's
like,
true.
They're looking dominant right now. They're up 2-0. I fully expect us to go back to Champions Field.
I would not be surprised either. But, our admins asking where on earth Akame went, maybe not realizing everyone is trolling with their car designs here. But, yeah. I mean, still, Macquarie looks so good, man. They just look so quick, like so much quicker than all the other teams we really get to see here.
Yeah, they have been so fast, so accurate. And it's good to see Macquarie, at least. The first 2 minutes of this series, I think, gave us a taste of what happens when Macquarie just goes full speed from the word go. And they are a scary side. Now Griffith has a big hill to climb, but more importantly, what is Akame? Oh, it's like the Mountie hat on a is that a breakout or...
Wait, I'm waiting for it to come up on stream. Or maybe I'll just actually look. Let me see. Yeah, he's in the breakout. That is a throwback, man. That's a season 1
I don't think
car.
that is a break. No, that's not the breakout. I think that's a Lamborghini, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like a modified breakout.
Let me
There's
find
too
it.
much going on. There's too... As Lunar, off the post and in, gets the first goal.
No, that's definitely the breakout, because it's got the funny lights that look like the eyes.
Okay.
And he's got the, it's not a cowboy hat, is it?
It's like a Mountie hat. That was my first thought.
Yeah. I respect it. The breakout's a cool looking car, though. No.
Yeah, it is the Lamborghini. I was right. Okay, good.
It looks exactly like the breakout. Is that seriously what the Lamborghini looks like?
Yeah, it looks. That's what I'm saying. It looks like a more like decaled up breakout.
It looks exactly the same as the breakout. Have they just gotten rid of the breakout, or?
No, it's still there.
Yeah, Lamborghini got done dirty. I think. I don't know. Or the breakout. I don't know. Something's gone wrong here, man.
I think you've just, been stuck too long on the Octane and the Fennec. It's been... You forgot what the other cars look like. And not that I blame you. I mean, I wish there was more car variety in this game.
I'm actually going to hop in free play in a breakout after this. I can't believe it. I guess you're right. It has, like, the black sides.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the breakout was, like, low-key a Lamborghini and they just didn't want to get sued.
Yeah, probably.
So then they decided just to use the exact same car. That could work. I could respect that.
Oh, here we go. Still a 1-0 lead, though, at the game itself, as Macquarie got that fast one through Lunar. And now, well, once again, just like all series long, it's on Griffith to try and respond. As Washed Up goes up for it. Instead, Lunar will catch it underneath. Trying to set up a back pass, it looks like, but may have thrown it to ADOS instead. Akame didn't get the touch, and now Washed Up with the chance. Does go for the 50. Winds up with possession. Sleepy right behind. Pass back down to Sleepy, read by Ray.
Yeah, Ray gets a nice challenge. The pressure continues. Extremely Washed Up's going to get a chance. It's a lot of hits to no one, though. Macquarie just chilling out in defense, although it's too chill. Ados gets a big dunk. Sleepy's going to get a shot.
Whoa!
The defense always so solid out of Macquarie.
Yeah, Macquarie's defense has been really doing their job, and now 2.5 minutes still to play. Could be another chance right here. Ados' touch off the post, not in. Sleepy again looking for Ados, but the pass, it looked a little awkward. Ados wanted it a bit closer to the net. Now with the counterattacking chance, Lunar going for the backboard, I suppose.
Yeah.
Ray was pre-jumping a pass there, but fair enough. It's still going to be a shot, and Lunar, no, pulls off, doesn't pull the trigger.
What is going on here? I mean, Griffith are hanging on by a thread. Extremely Washed Up gets it. He's going to get a solo play as well. It's over everyone. He gets the goal. What a play from him.
Extremely Washed Up again. Has these moments, it feels like, in every series. What a nice, cheeky little double at the end. Great dribble, great goal, and Griffith, they've equalized here with their back against the wall.
Yeah, important equalizer again. Series point already. Macquarie looking so confident, but Griffith, they just find these goals out of nothing.
That they do, and now another chance right here again, but Ados and Sleepy don't really connect. Instead, we come back up the other way. Washed Up, looking for Ados. Throwing it back, actually, all the way back to that blue side of the field. Sleepy wanted to pass back to Washed Up. Double, triple commit, really, as Sleepy even got involved. That usually spells disaster, yet on this instance, Macquarie doesn't punish.
No, Macquarie bit held back. Akame gets a nice dribble, though, but look, everyone from Macquarie super awkward, but Griffith unable to punish it. The ball is very stuck in the midfield, but it feels like eventually Macquarie are going to get the better of it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It feels like Macquarie,
nice
they're
pass.
just due, although it will be Ados to Sleepy. And again, it's team play that has gotten Griffith to this point, and it's team play that gives him the lead.
Yeah, what a beautiful three-man passing play, beating out Luna, who misreads the pass. Take that back for more. Oh, they're listening. These players are listening, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'm not sure that's a good idea at all. We'll see, though, how it works out for them. I don't even know what I said. What?
I just saw Sleepy miss the ball, though, so, I mean, that wasn't great for me.
Yeah, I know. I just saw Sleepy, you know, put extra pineapple on his pizza.
You're not a pineapple on pizza guy?
You know, it's actually I am neutral on it.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of something embarrassing.
Neutral's the only opinion, to be fair, coming from
Yep.
someone.
As we continue 45 seconds. I don't know, what's something... Ooh. Oh, that could have been dangerous. Washed up a little bit too far back. 40 seconds to go, though, for Macquarie to try to get this goal. Sleepy already there to cut him off. Down to Ados, and it's a 3-1 lead for Griffith.
Man, I just want to roast Sleepy, but I mean, that was a great play off the ceiling. And again, it's Luna getting outplayed in this lobby. I mean, Griffith, this is great.
I can't think of any broadcast-appropriate good roasts right now. That's where I'm stuck on. Lunar.
Too Australian.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's a comment. Is going to try to set something up right there. Ados will collect it from up above. Look to come back around, especially because they're from Queensland as well. Like, it's you want to go in twice as hard. Sleepy with the chance. Can't get it past Akame.
I didn't know Queensland is potty mouths. Is that really a thing, is it?
No, it's just I just want to rip on Queenslanders because that's the state I live in. Like, that's all it is. Sleepy does connect the open net. 4-1 Griffith. They're taking us to a game 4.
Macquarie still struggling to win any series cleanly, it feels like. I mean, they let their teams back in it. And Griffith also showing exactly why and how they got into this top 4. Really solid, even taking it to Macquarie.
Yeah, again, and it's the team plays, right? We've been seeing the 2-man passes, the 3-man passes. Ados applying so much pressure to help Sleepy get these open nets. Like, the team, when they are in sync, They are so tough to beat, and it took them 2 games to kind of get to that peak offensive performance, yet here we are, game 3. They're winning this one in ADOS. That is a disgusting goal.
ADOS is looking good, man. ADOS has actually been kind of quiet this series. It's really been sleepy and extremely washed up, stepping up. Normally it's ADOS the one just scoring everything.
Yeah, I mean, ADOS right there. I feel like ADOS has been playing a lot of first man, getting a lot of bumps, getting a lot of demos, and opening the door, but that goal at the end, just reminding us what ADOS can do, clown car topper with or without. Big win for Griffith, back in this. But we've seen this so many times from Macquarie as well, right? They win 2 games, give up the 3rd, and then crush in game 4.
Yeah, no, I'm certainly expecting Macquarie to hit back very hard. I mean, there were some crazy goals from Griffith there to get on the board. You kind of need to be able to score a bit more boring, reliable goals to consistently win games. But if they keep popping off like that, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, it will be exciting to watch again. Can you imagine the world where Griffith gets that win? Where Griffith, you know, puts themselves in a position, again, because of game differential, there is still a chance they can find up in that number 3 seed if they win and then other teams kind of drop. Then the other 2 teams in the top 4 win as well. They would kind of wind up at number 3 in that situation, and Macquarie would go from 1st to 4th on the ladder.
Wow, that'd be sick. Let's get that. Yeah, I mean, it's a big road ahead, though. I mean, you're saying, can you imagine it? It feels like we've had nothing but game 5s all league play long. So, I mean, I'm just expecting it.
Oh, yeah, I'm almost expecting the game 5. It's just who's going to win that one in the end, right? That's what it kind of comes down to, as Akame looking to throw it back, actually. Finds Ray, but Ray has to take it through to the backboard. Anyone looking to pressure from the Griffith side? Well, not really yet. Ray still drives it straight into ADOS, who was waiting on the other end.
Oh, Luna gets a nice save, though, but Griffith starting this game out so strong.
They are, and they're putting pressure. Here comes ADOS versus Lunar, and it's going to be a 1-0 lead for the Griffith side.
Yeah, Griffith looking good, man. Macquarie starting to look a bit slow in defense. We said how good they looked before, but that is not the signs of the #1 team in the league.
No, that is a awkward play, an awkward setup, and now with a 1-0 lead favoring the Griffith side, can they hold on? 4 minutes is a long time to shut Macquarie out. I imagine they're going to need a couple more goals for the team in red. Case in point, here comes Lunar out, and Sleepy make the read.
Oh, what a save from Sleepy. Everyone from Griffith is stepping up. They're looking for this reverse sweep.
They want it, but oh, maybe a little too eager. Pre-jump gets awkward. Akame actually backs off. Lunar kind of called him off. I'm not sure what the attack is, and Macquarie's attack has gotten strange since about halfway through game number 3.
I mean, everything from Macquarie has gotten a bit strange. They've put their foot off the gas pedal. I mean, we've seen it so many times. I mean, we just saw UTS that the Kings are unable to close out series, right? I mean, it's tough once you get to that match point. That urgency kind of drops. The really washed up. Looked like that was impossible, but somehow gets the save.
Yeah, got the save on this instance. Now looking to go back the other way. Straightly washed up across the middle of the field. Rainbow collect, looking for Akame underneath.
Oh.
What a redirect shot! Sleepy
save.
was back for the save, but yeah, Macquarie still showing how lethal they can be.
Oh, Sleepy. Oh, he's going for the demo. He doesn't get it. Would have been a sick goal. The pressure continues, though.
Sleepy still looking for something. Can't get over the top of Lunar, and now ADOS washed up. They get a bit of a pinch. Lunar drives back for the backboard. Ray was in an awkward spot, actually. Had to kind of get out of the way before the clear comes through. Halfway through this game, Macquarie's still struggling to get on the board.
Yeah, they're looking more dangerous now, though. You can see they're really finding some chances in front of net. But Griffith has just figured out Macquarie's offense. It feels like nothing is facing them at the moment in defense.
Nothing is slowing them. Nothing is phasing them. It's all going in Macquarie's favor as Lunar throws it back to Ray. Touch comes up. But now someone has to follow through. Big bump on the Sleepy. No one's there. Akame now with the chance, and again can't get it past. Extremely washed up.
Oh, the defense continues. Ray, so awkward, has no boost, stuck under it, extremely washed up, centers it. ADOS stuck in 2 mines there. Luna gets the big clear, but ADOS is back in time to get it to the corner.
Ray still's going to try to follow this one through. Sleepy out of the box, going to try to create some distance. Here comes Akame. Again, looking for the backboard read. Lunar underneath. Touchdown bump, not there. Washed up again with the save.
How is that not a goal? Macquarie are looking so dangerous, but Griffith is still keeping
No!
it out. The floater, not quite. Sleepy still gets the save.
Oh man, Griffith being put through the numbers right now, but they are rising to the occasion again and again. This goal line D continuing to hold on despite every touch being a shot on target. I have no idea how Macquarie hasn't quite beaten them out yet. Another opportunity for Lunar going for something special. Down to Ray. No! It's posted out.
Posted out. Nothing working for Macquarie. Everything working for Griffith. Sleepy looking so confident. Maybe two.
To the corner we go. 1 minute left in this one. As we see Lunar looking for the shot. Ados cuts him off. All right. And there we go. Ray gets the goal. Jake, can you hear me again? There we go. Oh, that was you who lagged out. I thought I lagged out, so I just jumped in and out of the call again. Either way, we got an equalizer. It was right through the corner. Apologies, everybody. Technical blip. Unopportune moment.
Well, I missed the equalizer. I mean, that was coming for sure, though. Macquarie's pressure was getting unreal.
Yeah, it was getting too intense. And now Sleepy underneath. Not quite there. Akame looking to go over the top of Washed Up. Gets it towards the backboard. Again, no one quite there to seal the deal. Ray with another pinch. Akame is going to have to collect in the corner. A goal from Macquarie ends this series. Griffith, if they want to avoid being that 4th seed, they need to keep themselves alive.
Oh, Ados is so stuck here. It's a backboard. It's not dangerous, though. The clear's big. Ray's going to get a solid play. It's dunked by Sleepy, though. Lunar's awkward. Griffith are going to get the last chance here.
Yeah, I think they're going to. As the ball gets crossed up, Akame will collect in that corner. Ball should drop, or will it? Lunar collects. Do they stay underneath? They've got the pass down. Akame's there. Touch backboard. It will hit the ground. No, Ados keeps it alive. Wasn't sure about that either way. Golden goal. Macquarie looking for the win.
That actually might have been a goal if it was in regulation. No one was back from Macquarie. Griffith, they win the kickoff. Lunar controlling the ball well out of defense.
Looked for the pinch underneath. Ados makes the first touch, but now Akame gets to the backboard. Washed up. That's a dangerous touch. Has to go to the corner where Akame's there. Ray outside the box. No, puts it high instead of taking the shot.
Yeah, and Ados gets a massive clear. Akame, that's not what he's after. He's going the wrong way.
What?
Ray, he saves the day, but maybe only temporarily. Lunar gets a big clear. He gets the big second clear as well. There's a big shot. Akame gets the goal. And Macquarie take it out in 4.
Oh, man. What a pass from Lunar, and what a strike from Akame. 123 kilometers per hour, enough to put this one away. And Macquarie, they're still in the hunt for that #1 seed. However, it could come down to those game differentials. And coming into this one, they might have been tied with UOW, but they did lose this one. So we're in a situation where UOW could be looking to sweep for that #1 seed.
That's the exact situation we're in, right? I guess UW...
Well, then UWA can mix things up with it as well. Like, it's...
Even if UWA sweep, though, they'll only tie Macquarie's record. So, yeah, UOW are looking for a 3-0 to confirm themselves top seed.
Well, I was also thinking, though, if UWA loses, then no matter what, UOW would get top seed, assuming UOW wins because of the head-to-head. The point is, there's a lot of different playoff scenarios that can still play out. We're going to be throwing it to a break right now. When we come back, we're going to see another one of those playoff scenarios play out because it will be UOW taking on, that's right, Cicelo and USYD. So I know the USYD people are starting to shuffle in. Do continue to do so. Game number 3 when we return.
Welcome back, Max. What are you looking at, man?
I'm. Oh, hello. Yeah. There we go. Surprise hot drop in. How we all do it, everybody. Yeah. Look, it's been one of those days. All right, 2-minute breaks. Okay. They're working us to the bone, Jake. I'm looking for any sort of escape from it, but nah, it's all good. It's all good.
I got the pasta, and I went and then I came back straight to the desk. It was a quick one, but we do what we have to do.
Yeah, we do what we have to do, and what we have to do is get ready for, I was assuming an interview was coming. I don't know if it is at this stage. So, we do have an interview, actually. We're having an interview with Lunar, so going to jump right into that one. First of all, Lunar, congratulations on that victory. But I have to know, first of all, wait, is that a Packers jumper? Is that Green Bay?
I don't know.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No. I got so excited. But how was your Subway sandwich? Because that was a big point of discussion before. There you go.
I'm still eating it. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm still eating it, but it's pretty much finished now. But can you ask me a question so I can finish this one?
All right. Are we gonna see the Gator topper in RLCS this weekend?
Of course, on Fridays. On the Friday you'll see it. On the Saturday you'll see it, and on the Sunday, Championship Sunday, you'll see it as well.
Nice. That'll be
All
sick.
3 days.
I mean, the Gator topper definitely was kind of cool to kind of bring out at the end right there. But looking ahead 2 weeks from now, right now, again, you're still vying for that #1 spot. It kind of falls down to how the other games play out. How important is the #1 seed for you, or does it not matter when it's all said and done?
I don't know. I don't even know what first seed, to be honest. As long as they make it out, we don't care who we verse in the semis. Like, we don't care about seeding too much. We'll probably easily win this tournament with ease. There's no real pressure on us at all. The only series we dropped was when I played on 200 ping all the way through to Game 5 as well, which is, if we take it to Game 5 on 200 ping and a 2v3, then this tournament's too easy if we're beating every other team.
Yeah, that was a spicy match. That was some good trash talk, and we didn't get to.
Yeah, we're trying to get in their heads. That was the plan. Was trying to get. If I couldn't play, might as well try to get in their heads. So that was the plan.
So is that the rematch that you want, though, or like expecting, you and UOW again kind of going at it in a grand final environment, perhaps?
Yeah, grand finals will probably be the best place to have it. But, if we can get over and done with the semis, that's even better for us. But, no, we don't care where we verse them. Semis or grands.
Excellent. Well, I'll let you get back to your meal so you can finish that one up. Good seeing and chatting to you again, Lunar, and good luck on the weekend as well. I mean, it's going to be a fun weekend for sure.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right, and that was Lunar from Macquarie. Yeah, hungry man. What needed to eat while playing and barely got it done and got the win as well.
That was the nicest I've ever seen him towards you, Max. So that Subway has done him good.
He wasn't hangry. That's just it, When you're different when you're hangry, but you got food, you feel good. It makes you a nicer and better person.
I hope he follows through with the alligator topper. I actually think that alligator topper is sick. Normally, I'm not a fan of toppers, and also, that topper's distracting as, but it's so cool. So,
I like it.
I'll make an exception.
I think if you can pull it off and if you can get, a sick clip with the alligator topper, boom, you're set. But let's, before we get into our next match, I would once again like to thank, some of our sponsors for this event. Of course, starting with Predator Gaming, the gaming PC partner who provides high-end gaming-focused PC solutions in both laptop and desktop formats, powered by Intel. AOC Monitors, the gaming monitor partner who provides best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Indomie, the noodle partner, made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie McGoring will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of their flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. And Game on Cancer, the charity of choice for the AEL who fund much-needed cancer research projects. If you'd like to donate, please head to AEL's Tiltify campaign page. Now, Jake, this is going to be a big one. UOW, a sweep. And no matter what, they are going to be that #1 seed.
I think they've got it, man. They've brought their best roster here. Shu, Tonio, Aziz. USYD are coming off like an awesome reverse sweep. Cabelio played out of his mind that series. They all did. But yeah, no, UOW are so solid. Shu's looked like the best player in the whole league the way he's been playing. I'm honestly backing a 3-0 here.
I'm thinking it could be that 3-0 as well. I mean, don't get me wrong. People love Celio. Sai has been fantastic showing. The Twitch chat always comes out in support of them. But UOW feels like a different beast. And not only is Shu's play, like, over the past couple, rounds here at the Elite Series been fantastic, I'm excited to see what Shu can bring this weekend into RLCS as well if this high level of play is going to continue. I think Shu is getting a peak at a very good moment, and I'm excited to see how long it can last.
Yeah, it's so impressive because he's just been around so long. Normally you don't really see that. You normally get those like explosions like the Pioneers guys or like Hunter. You don't see these guys who've like been around a long time who just suddenly figure something out, and that's what Shu's done. He's looking awesome. Shu
has been looking pretty great, and now as we gear up to head to the pitch for Game 1 between UOW and USYD, the pressure is on USYD to kind of pull off a win. Now USYD, no matter what, they will be finishing in the 7th seed. So that doesn't matter, which will be the 3rd seed for the Opens finals, which will be happening in a couple weeks' time as well. But, I mean, they would love to get that upset as well. They'd love to win one last match, for the people in the Twitch chat because, I mean, USYD always brings the biggest characters, I feel, to watch along, and I feel today is going to be no exception. Here we go. UOW in blue, USYD in red. We are underway.
No, USYD will certainly want to win this game, even just to warm up for that, what's it called, the Open Finals they'll be seeded into after this. So expect them to come out playing their best for sure.
Yeah, that I do. And I mean, USYD's been a weird team, I feel like, throughout this event because one week they look amazing, the next week nothing really works for them. Capilio and Sai are going to be the 2 players to look out for in this matchup, I feel, as ball gets centered right now for Tonio, but no one, like both Shu and Aziz, all the way back, practically on their backboard.
Why is Shu in the gizmo, man? They're playing for top seed. 3-0 confirms it. Aziz almost gets a beautiful pass, but yes, Shu shows up in the gizmo. I can't respect it. It's no alligator topper.
Okay, but if the gizmo had the alligator topper, then is it okay?
The gizmo is actually a pretty base card, to be honest. So maybe it's not as cool as the alligator topper, but we'll see. If Shu plays well, I'll respect it.
I feel like the gizmo kind of comes with its own topper, actually, with the wings that just go up and down depending on how fast you're going. Like that's a topper in and of itself. Yeah,
look at that. Is that a new feature of the gizmo? That's kind of sick.
It's a kind of distracting. I think I would hate it, but hey, whatever works for you.
Yeah, it's the troll car. I mean, everyone's just having too much fun in this final week of league play. Shu's honestly not looking as solid as we normally see him. I'm hoping he's just warming up.
I think it has, maybe the car selection, maybe the double commits. Not sure what's going on this UOW side, but it's an open-looking net back the other way. Aziz makes a backward read, didn't quite come down with it. Now Shu looking to set up something through the corner. Sai has it red.
Yeah, UOW are looking so aggressive. They're playing super fast, but at the moment, USYD have been able to keep them out.
Yeah, they have been able to with 3 minutes to go. Aziz pinch in the corner. Ball gets past that midfield line and again gets centered. Here comes Tonio. No! Can't put it straight on.
Yeah, close though. I mean, this pressure is building. USYD, I want to see them create some chances of their own.
Let's see what they can find as Tonio from underneath tries to put that shot. Biker glass reach. Shu now off of that side wall. Swing and a miss from Sai. Could be open for Tonio. It is. 1-0 lead.
Swing and a miss from everyone. I mean, this happens though. One miss will just stem the cascading effects through everyone, and Tonio just gets an open net for himself.
Yeah, big goal for Tonio right there. Big lead for UOW out in front, and now USYD have that mountain to climb if they're going to come back in this first game. Aziz finds Shu. Nice pass. Shu slows it down. Actually, Sai will capitalize, and now back the other way. It's a tie ball game.
Yeah, lobs in, post and down. Again, Shu. What's he doing, man? We talked him up. He's been looking so good, and then he throws out the gizmo, and I don't know what's happened to him.
I don't know. This is a weird start right now for this USYD side because, like, I'm sorry, for this UOW side, was expecting a lot faster play out of the gate, and I'm with you. It's been awkward performance from Shu as we see more pressure being put on right now. Tonio will let that one fall as this is going to be the one to try to clear it. Capilio makes that touch. Up for grabs. Tonio again, middle of the pitch. Can't get it past Sai. Shu This is dangerous because there's openings for USYD if they could just get past that first line of defenders. Not able to just yet. Biker Glass might have the chance. Corner setup. No one in the middle of the field. Sai's going to have to make a deep cut. Can't get there in time.
Yeah, no. Still UOW. Defending well. Looking solid. USYD looking for another one of those chances, but it still felt like their previous goal was really gifted to them. I want to see them really earn a goal, and this might do it. It will. What a beautiful pass play.
And imagine the situation right now where USYD destroys UOW's hopes for the guaranteed #1 seed in the first game, Jake, because that's where we're at. USYD, if they can hold on, if UOW can't bring it back, then Macquarie still has a shot for that #1 spot.
Yeah, I mean, if they drop the first game, suddenly the series is coming into question as well. UOW, they brought their best roster, at least on paper, but certainly not the best we've seen out of them this season.
No, it's been an awkward start, but there's still time to bring it back. That touch from Shu. Last week it would have gone in. This week is off the post and out, and now back the other way. Cabilio denied by Tonio.
Yeah, Tonio really held his nerve there in defense. Super dangerous, and now he's getting the counterattack. It's to Aziz. Not on target though. UOW. They were looking like they were going to run out of time, but Shu finds the top corner with a really nice exploding shot.
Yeah, into the gizmo. There it is. Able to cross up the defenders and gets it through. Tie ball game, 1:02 remaining. UOW, they've had to do a little bit of a comeback here. Can they finish the match off?
Yeah, I mean, we're all tied up now. It's getting to low scoring though. Really is anyone's game right now.
It really is, as Tonio looks across up the map. Aziz is there. Touch not on target. Instead sets up for Shu, who goes high. Waterfall down, but no third member. Tonio back behind the midfield line.
Yeah, they're holding pressure instead, but even that doesn't work. Looking a bit awkward, but now Tonio, great pass, Shu, bit too awkward to score. Aziz is going to follow up, but they're running out of numbers. They're all on the back foot now.
Fakes, misses, whatever it is, it's not working. Now a chance for the pinch. Goes a bit awry, goes to the backboard. Now Aziz up top, looking down for Tonio underneath. First touch looks good. Aziz again off the backboard, but can't put it down once more. Time still working against them, and it looks like we're going to be going to overtime here in our first game unless we can see UOW put it in here. Aziz can't get past the defenders.
No, but he's killing time. Gets it back to Shu. Look like we are going to go to overtime. Although, big challenge from Cabilio. Sai! That could have been a goal if that was on target.
Could have been. It was close. Instead, golden goal situation. USYD could deny the chances of the guaranteed #1 seed. All they need is a goal here to play spoiler. Ball gets cleared down to the backboard. Cabilio driving it where Biker Glass is waiting. Tonio has to make the intercept, and then defenders misses. Now a chance the other way. Aziz pre-jumping, wanted the pass, is not going to get it.
Yeah, very clutch there from Biker Glass. Pre-jumps to get his car in the way. Cabilio, that's not going to be a convincing clear though. Aziz open net, and he scores. It was shaky at best, but UOW take out game one.
Yeah, I mean, two defenders are there, but the placement right where it needed to be to bounce off side, go on in. Shaky start for UOW, but they do bring it back when it's all said and done. So, good opening game. Still a lot of work to be done. We'll see if UOW can continue that momentum, or will USYD continue to give themselves opportunities?
USYD are looking good, man. I mean, they defended really well. There were some really nice passing plays to get those goals. And yeah, certainly UOW, I mean, it got the better of them in that overtime, but they, I mean, you know, being in the lead with only a minute remaining, they certainly had that game in their grasp.
It was in their grasp, and unfortunately for USYD, they didn't get that last chance to put it away, but you got to be feeling like, okay, these guys are beatable right now as we get set to go to our second game in the series. Tonio, Shu, and Aziz, Biker Glass, Sai, Cabilio, all lined up for this kickoff right now. USYD, will they bounce back again? Last week, it took them till game 3 to start winning games. They had that reverse sweep. It was pretty epic. They can still do it again here today as well.
Yeah, I've got to imagine we didn't see UOW's best that last game. I'm certainly expecting them to amp up the pressure here, and you're right, I mean, it will be an awesome delight if we see USYD match that as well.
Yeah, it would be a nice little bounce back. I mean, this USYD team, though, as pressure is coming down, look, they either go 5 games or 3. They've never gone 4 games in a series, so not sure what that means, not at all. Realistically, I think that's kind of the most useless stat I can come up with at the moment, but it's something to keep in mind, you know, they don't finish on game 4.
What's the insight from that, Max? I mean, what's going on there?
Well, let's put it this way, whenever it was a sweep, they lost.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, they better get on the board then.
Yeah. If they win a game, we're going to game 5. That's what it is, right? Like, that's... I'm sure that's how that works. Shu's shot will be saved by Sai on the line.
Yeah, still, I mean, they're looking solid. USYD not letting anything for UOW come too easy.
I just realized, you know, how kind of silly that stat is, like, when you've only won 1 game, like 1 series. So you can also make the argument that USYD only wins in reverse sweeps and nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, you can say whatever you want, Max. I don't know if it's true or not, but I mean, USYD are going to open up the scoring here, and it's very similar to game 1, just Sai punishing the slow defense.
Yep, Sai straight down, found the gap, took the shot, and now once again it is USYD with that lead. Granted, last game they had the 1-goal lead, couldn't hold on for about 2 minutes. This time they're going to have to hold on for 3.5. A second goal would do them wonders.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, UOW were able to amp up the pressure last game and get that important equalizer. They've got more time to do it here, so USYD still have a task ahead of them.
We'll see if they're going to be able to find it and piece it all through. Still a lot of time on the clock and a lot of opportunities. Shu's been quite quiet so far in game 2. Wanted to go solo. Is with that follow-up, but again, it's Cabilio from behind taking it away. Has Sai across the middle, just needs the pass. There it is. Sai does get the shot, but it's off the top crossbar.
What is going on? What is... Oh, some miscommunication out of UOW. They somehow come out of that alive.
I mean, that was scary because they were trying to avoid Biker Glass, who was just sitting parked right outside the box, and they didn't want to drive it straight into them. So it just led to that sort of awkward play. Either way, very fortunate for UOW. USYD doesn't punish, but they could right now. All 3 players pressing forward in red. Cabilio has to try to center it. Biker Glass actually cuts behind. Nat leaves the middle of the pitch open. Sai forced to rotate all the way back.
Look at this pressure, man. USYD are controlling this game. They're looking good, and UOW are just flailing around right now.
Yeah, but that flailing around just got a bump and nearly opened the doorway for Tonio, so have to be careful. There is a method to the madness at times. That is UOW, but it hasn't given them their goal yet.
Oh, so we'll see if they can convert. Tonio looking dangerous. He's going to get the demo as well. Stences it. Aziz with the pre-jump. Almost an insane goal, but maybe a big opportunity missed because of it.
And it's a similar situation to last game. 100 seconds left. It is UOW needing that goal to remain in that hunt for the #1 seed. To secure it, the clean sweep is required. As Shu looks for the dribble, Biker Glass cuts it off. Tonio swinging to miss. Now Biker Glass and Cabilio play it forward as is. Gets the touch. Shu follows up. Big pinch. Big distance gain. Sai the only one back, but Shu will be there to meet just a bit too slowly.
Yeah, pressure's on. Although big chance here for USYD. Tonio's awkward. The pressure continues. That demo might relieve the pressure. Although the boost steal comes in, this pressure is going to continue.
As we watch Tonio try to go across that middle of the field, not quite there. 1 minute still to go. Biker Glass looking for Sai. Won't connect. Shu now tries to follow through. Cabilio cuts it off. And it's so difficult at times for UOW to flip the map and be on the attacking side. This game has felt so USYD dominated.
Yeah, no, USYD certainly. I mean, they've got this 1-0 lead, and they're controlling, they're defending through this relentless pressure, and UOW haven't had an answer for it.
And what's crazy right now is if you're UWA and you're watching along, you really also want to see no one knock it in. Oh, you want to see USYD win this game right now if you're UWA, but you want to see UOW win this series. As crazy as that sounds, as Shu goes the distance, puts it off target, 15 seconds to go.
Oh, it's in. Oh, no, that is the worst thing that could happen to Sai. I mean, after missing that, all you're thinking about is, oh, please have it not matter. Please have it not matter. And suddenly, after USYD were poised with an open net to guarantee themselves this game. It looks like we're going to overtime.
It looks like we could be, unless we see something crazy here. It will be USYD with possession, but they're on their own half. Trying to pinch it forward. Biker Glass can't recover. Tonio steals it away. Bumped, but stays on the ball. Shu is underneath.
Oh, he's got
Tonio
it. He's
to
got
the
it.
backboard. No!
What?
It hit the ground. I was about 4/5 of the way in the net.
Oh, I mean, we've seen that a few times today. A goal destined if it weren't for overtime.
Oh,
Tonio
no.
almost getting it again, but it just, the angle is not right.
And again, UWA watching along. They want USYD to take this game. They want UOW to take this series. UOW, the clean sweep, their best chance for that #1 seed. It would guarantee it if they could piece it together, but they haven't been able to get that overtime goal yet.
Yeah, but they're pushing forward. They're looking more confident now as well. Look at this control. Look, USYD, they're starting to panic. They're starting to double commit, although Biker Glass, a touch that even seemed to surprise him, almost gave them a chance.
Yeah, it almost brought it back that other way. Still, though, we are competing in this one. 50 seconds on that clock. Sai gets the touch across the middle. Tonio popping it up. It is Cabilio who will collect. Cabilio who tries to push it forward, but is not quite getting enough there. 1 minute into this overtime. Shu with a chance. Going to find Aziz. Down, and no! It's not in!
What a chance. The net was wide open. Both teams with massive open net misses on their resumes here. And Shu get the chance. It drops down. He misses the dunk, though.
That said, UOW is still putting that pressure forward. Ball will eventually roll back to that middle of the pitch. Aziz versus Sai. Aziz wins this one out. Now going to be looking to center it once more. Tonio stays back. Actually, both members of UOW stayed back initially. Now they play it forward. Tonio got the dunk off the backboard. It's an awkward angle.
Yeah, they're keeping the pressure, though. Although that bounced poorly. Cabilio actually wins the race. Tonio's back in time. He's going to try and get it around Sai. Sai rushes himself, gives Tonio a chance now.
As time keeps ticking,
It's
it's an open net. Cabilio
open.
puts it through, and there you have it. You said deny UOW's guaranteed #1 seed.
USYD looking strong, man. Looking so solid, and despite UOW picking up the pressure, getting their offense better and better, they win game 2.
All right, so now the playoff scenarios change in so many different ways. We no longer have that guaranteed #1 seed in this series, right? But unless there is a way we can't get a guaranteed #1 seed, and that is if USYD wins, #1 seed goes to Macquarie.
Ooh, yeah, because Macquarie have the head-to-head on UWA.
Macquarie have the head-to-head on UWA, so now Macquarie fans should be getting interested, because if USYD can pull off this upset, Macquarie winds up as that #1 seed. So that can still be guaranteed if this series continues as one might expect. UOW wins the next 2. There's also a potential for a 3-way tiebreaker as well that would have to be played. So still a lot of ways that this could play out, but oh, here we go.
Right,
This is getting spicy.
Does the tiebreaker get played if it can't get decided on game differential?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, we got some fun here at the end of this league play. The tiebreakers are really quite interesting.
That they are, but, you know, we'll have to see how it all plays out. Again, it's getting spicy out on the pitch as well. I cannot fathom how UOW has kind of let this opportunity slip, but Shu through the corner gets the angle, and now UOW looking to atone for that last game loss.
Yeah, nice air dribble, just catches everyone off guard, and Shu catches Biker Glass off. Bit of a rookie mistake there, chasing it into the corner. And you said, disappointing way to get scored on.
It is, and we'll see how it continues from here. UWA fans, if they want that #1 seed, this is what they want to be seeing right now, is UOW kicking it up a gear. Kickoff goes in their favor. Now 2-0 advantage, UOW punishing USYD.
And look how good they're looking now. I mean, they're playing quick. They've suddenly put on the pressure, maybe realizing just how deadly USYD have been, how the series could honestly be 2-0 in their favor right now. UOW finally stepping up to the caliber we expected from them in this core roster we don't get to see much.
Yeah, they are, and I mean, this is what I was expecting to see from the word go, considering what's on the line, and maybe that last game was a wake-up call for them. Either way, it is. Oh, wanted to leave it for Shu, but kind of goes well awry.
Wow, Shu just, I mean, having the time of his life there, just getting the ball all to himself. Aziz is left back awkward though. Kabilio recovers well, but Aziz super solid in defense. It looks like, is it going to bounce nicely? It is. Tonio gets the goal.
Oh, I love, you know, all three drivers racing down there. In fact, it was Aziz and Shu who were the closest. And yet the credit still goes to Tonio. No one can steal it away.
Yeah, no. Well played. Well played. I mean, UOW, this is a statement game to show, look, maybe we've been messing around a little bit, but this is us at our true strength. And USYD, you got to step up as well if you want to win this series.
Well, we'll see what happens. Biker Glass looking to do just that. Nearly gets it past all three members. Tonio dives back for the save.
Yeah, no, Biker Glass looking good. Everyone from USYD showing some brilliance, and there it is from Biker Glass again, this time getting the goal.
This is actually turning into one of the better series that we've seen Biker Glass play this season. And I remember at the start of the year when it came to this, you know, USYD lineup, I was like, yeah, Biker Glass is going to be the player to look out for, be ready for them. Has been kind of outshined by Kabilio and Sai throughout a lot of it, but not the case here today. We're starting to see Biker Glass really step up.
You're right, no, Biker Glass has been really quiet all season long, but yeah, that was certainly clutch. That's kept them in this game, but they're still going to need 2 more goals.
Kabion also has been like another player who I think has stepped up in key moments as well on this USYD side. The sub who's had to play a fair few times stepping in for Biker Glass actually, so kind of funny how it's all worked out still. 3 minutes left in this one. Antonio may have just made Sai look silly. Biker Glass can't get the save. 4-1 lead.
Oh, and he plays it well as well. Kind of looks like he's going to dribble, so made it look awkward, but then just realizes that net's actually open. Biker Glass isn't getting back in time, and they get their 3-goal lead back.
Yeah, and they're going to be very comfortable with that 3-goal lead as well, you'd have to believe, as we kick off yet another point. Still a lot of time here left in game number 3, and I mean, if we see some momentum flip, USYD could be back. Biker Glass had a chance, but couldn't quite get there in time.
Yeah, they need some chances though. I mean, 3 goals is a lot to make up, but they still have plenty of time. They need an earlier goal though.
That they do, and well, they're not going to get it just yet. Ball bouncing around, Tonio looking to try and beat out Kabilio. Doesn't quite get it on this instance now. Tries to beat out Sai. Also comes up a little bit short, unfortunately. Still 2.5 minutes to go. Kabilio, open net! And we're back within 2.
Comeback's on, man. USYD are looking good. UOW looking a bit sloppy again. I'm not sure what Shu's doing there. And instantly punished. What a shot out of Kabilio.
What a shot, what a goal. Still 2.5 minutes to go. We'll see how this one does play out. Still time on that clock, though. A lot can happen in these final, 2.5 minutes of play. If the goals continue to fall USYD's way, it would be a pretty epic comeback, Jake, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Sai, awkward angle, still has to go for the challenge. Is waiting other side, misses. And now, once again, USYD should be on the attack.
Yeah, USYD looking good. UOW is still struggling a bit. I want to see USYD start to connect a bit more and not let UOW back in this game.
Yeah, I would have to be in agreement right there. We need to see it come through. Just under 2 minutes remaining. Kabilio out of the goal. Challenges Shu. Aziz may have been too far forward. Now the ball falls right back down. Biker Glass is there. Driving touch. Can't get past Tonio.
No, finds it to Shu. They're connecting well, but at the end of the day, it's USYD dominating this midfield. Playing it patiently, but they're running out of time for that.
They are. A minute 35 to go. Kabilio underneath, popping it up. Aziz gets the touch. Now looks to go back the other way. Biker Glass and Kabilio, each on defense as it gets slowed for Biker Glass, who drives it into Sai, and now it's looking a little bit awkward. Kabilio still will be able to flip the map. Oh, it's tough for everybody.
Sai gets it. What a goal.
Oh boy, that defense was not ready for this one. Aziz rotating through off the backboard, just way too premature on the pre-jump. And Sai punishing touch. 1-goal game. USYD, the comeback is real.
How have UOW let this slip? I mean, a 3-0 victory, looking so dominant, and just sloppy defense has let it just bleed away. Suddenly, we have a game, and this is going to be a very nerve-wracking final minute.
I think it absolutely will be for that UOW side. Unless you make it less nerve-wracking with the goal already. Kabilio Off of the sidewall, doesn't get the redirecting touch, and now Shu. Space to work, just drives it deep down the field. Tonio tries to cross it, but it's his. Pre-jump committed. Shu's alone on defense. It was a bit of a gift, though. Sai couldn't quite capitalize.
Oh, big dunk out of Cabilio, though. Fortunately for Tonio, it lands right in his lap, and is actually doing some great work in this midfield. Shu as well. UOW have stepped up this pressure. It's a great backboard. Everyone's missing, but no one's there.
No one's there, and with only half minute to go, time running out for this USYD side. Cabilio with possession. Can't get it past Shu. That forces Sai cross up as well. 18 seconds to go. Biker Glass does finally flip the map. Finds Sai. Pass back. Oh, can't find Cabilio.
Oh, not what he was after behind his teammates. This is the last chance. Cabilio, middle side.
Oh.
Third man. Biker Glass, where is he? The shot's there, but Assist saves it. Shu gets the clear as well, and now they're going to try and keep it up.
It's not going to work, you'd have to think. Ball hits the ground. UOW takes game 3. Comeback denied, but I don't know about this one. USYD is making this so much more difficult than I think UOW was expecting here today.
What is Biker Glass doing? I mean, it's 5 seconds remaining. You need a goal, and he's just in his half. I mean, what a chance gone begging, man. Oh, I'd be so disappointed if I were USYD.
Yeah, that was a painful one. They had it. They had that chance to equalize, and then who knows what can happen. But instead, match point for UOW. And this is, again, to reiterate, exactly what UWA wants for their best chance as well. So we will see how this next one will play out. Here we go. A chance for UOW to win it. A chance to keep that #1 seed hopes alive, realistically, for UOW. Assuming things play out in their favor. We will see. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's kick off game number 4.
Yeah, I'm expecting UOW to still start out strong. I think they certainly dropped the ball and maybe got a bit complacent with that 3-0 lead. So maybe we'll see them back at full strength. USYD already starting up very dangerous, although it's a quick counter-attack. USYD get back though.
Yeah, they get back on this instance as we get to see a little bit of a crossing up touch. As is looking down for Tonio. Sai will be there for the challenge eventually and does look for Cabilio. I like the passes, they're just not connecting.
Yeah, it's certainly plenty of room to step up for both sides at the moment. It's looking UOW favored with the pressure, although some missed rotations are getting USYD back in this game.
What they are size
What
touch.
a shot.
Ooh, saved on the goal line by Shu. Cabilio now could be having a little peek at it. Looking for Sai underneath, but stolen away once again by Shu. Back and forth we go. A chance for Biker Glass through traffic. Double committing defense, but no third member there for USYD.
We got Shu in another exotic car. Maybe a Lamborghini. I haven't looked at it just yet.
What? Oh. I have no idea what that is, but I think it's a car that I use. Either way, Shu gets the goal.
That's a sports car, man. I'm telling you, with the Lamborghini, 100%. You know, the Psionics business team, they went to the devs. They were like, look, we need a Lamborghini and we need it this week. What can you do? And they were like, oh, just have the breakout and call it a Lamborghini. I still can't believe it. I actually can't believe that breakout is being called a Lamborghini.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what current car Shu has right now because, again, I'm pretty sure it's the car I use, but I forget its name. Sometimes when I'm not using the Dominus.
It's a cool car. Oh,
it
what
is.
a shot! Oh, Sizz gets it back there.
Yeah, saved on the line only just. Biker Glass is going to have another crack, but Aziz will steal it away. Sai versus Aziz. Aziz just slow plays Sai, sends him to Narnia. Now another fake.
Oh,
my goodness, Aziz beats all 3.
Oh, that's not what you want to see. Is that triple fake? Fakes 1, fakes 2, fakes 3. It happens like that though. Biker Glass with the sad face in the chat. I feel that, man. That was sad to watch.
It wasn't just 3 fakes, but it was like 3 of the slowest fakes we've seen as well. Like,
no.
It was just 3 instances of USYD expecting a faster play out of Aziz, but fair enough. What gets you the goal? And now UOW. We saw them start off hot last game, Jake, so I'm still not convinced it's going to be an easy road for them here in game number 4.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, look, exact same situation as the last, but I think UAW are going to be a lot more solid here. They're looking good. They're looking so dangerous, and USYD are starting to panic a bit in defense after looking so solid all series.
Yeah, That they are, and I mean, look, with these goals, with this game going in UOW's favor, it's still very likely UOW will finish today as that #1 seed, but the chance is still there. UWA is the team that could play spoiler and force some very strange situations, so we'll see what happens as the shot comes down and Ziz makes it 4-0.
Ziz, I mean, he's been looking for stuff like this all day. I mean, he looks so good with the pre-jumps. I'm not sure how intentional that was, but it doesn't matter. What a beautiful goal.
That was very well done. So once again, it's a 4-0 lead against this USYD side. Once again, USYD gonna have to try to find that miraculous comeback, and the 4-goal comeback, it's so rare, Jake. It's so difficult to happen. They were so close that last game. I don't know, mentally, can you bring yourself to get that close again?
Weren't you saying it's impossible for USYD to lose 3-1?
That's true.
So something's got to happen. I mean, the stats say so.
Yeah, the most important stat ever found, USYD has never ended a series in Game 4. Oh, you know what? Today's a day of firsts, or maybe not. Cabilio, no, can't get there in time.
Shoes Topper is sick as well. Rocket League's really upped their Topper game since I was playing.
Yeah, it's no longer just like baseball cap green or something like that. It's they're creative with them now. I do appreciate. I still don't use them, but I do appreciate them.
Yeah, no, I'm appreciating them too. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. And I mean, so are the players apparently, because they're showing the drip.
Today's been Topper Day. I don't know. Is this a special Rocket League holiday that we didn't pick up on?
Maybe a
Topper Tuesday on a Wednesday.
Topper Tuesday. Oh, it's Tuesday in America. We'll call
True,
it
it's Tuesday in NA, which is, as we all know, the only important region. 4:15 to go on this one, Shu. Gonna look for a pinch on that side. Wall can't get it past Sai. Cabilio instead will look to center. Antonio collects, gets it back centered, but no one there to follow through.
And UOW, I mean, they're going to win this series, but they missed their chance. I feel like if they were truly playing their best, maybe more warmed up or practiced, they could have had the 3-0. Cabilio staying in it till the end, though.
Look, when you're up by 4-0, you can afford open net misses like that, right? Like, it's all good.
No, that was a crazy save, wasn't it? I mean, I saw everyone kind of freestyling.
No, it was Tonio just missed. I'm not letting you bail Tonio out of that one. That was just a swing and a miss. I'm getting hangry now. Look, 30 seconds to go. It's going to be a UOW victory. They're going to keep themselves in a spot where pretty much all the pressure comes down to UWA and how they perform. 5th goal for Shu.
Yeah, Shu. Keeping it up, yeah. So what is it? If UWA lose, then UOW gets the guaranteed first seed. I don't see UWA losing, though. Who are they up against next?
RMIT.
Oh, maybe they can, but I don't know. It depends on how RMIT bounces back, whether they're like disappointed and depressed, or if they're disappointed and then want to like prove that they shouldn't have been out of it.
Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, it will be a situation where UWA is going to need to clean sweep to force a 3-way tiebreaker, and if they don't get a clean sweep, then it goes to UOW, who has just taken the series.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, I mean, tiebreakers, they're always confusing. It's always weird as a player to have your fate in another team's hands. Which, again, is why it's so disappointing for UOW. They had the chance to guarantee themselves first seed, and now they've got to rely on other forces to get them there.
Yeah, it could be RMIT. It could be UWA doing some crazy things. I am not too certain. It's going to be, I think, an exciting one either way, how you look at it. But for now, we are going to be throwing it to a break. When we come back, we will have a chat with our winning side right there in UOW. So do stick around, and when we come back,
I think
are we
we're
doing
chilling.
it now?
I think we'll be talking to USYD before they peace
okay,
out
we're
for
talking
the...
to USYD then. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Well, we'll talk to USYD then. We'll do a losers interview.
No food for you, Max. You interview these players.
Well, are we doing it before or after the break? That's the important thing. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, we just get to... We're doing no food. Okay, fair enough.
But I'm gonna run off and get some food though, Max. But you,
Yeah, you just go. I'll just do the
you have
interview
fun.
solo,
Yeah,
Jake.
yeah.
You can go. I'll take care of it.
It's a shame for USYD. They played really well that series.
It is. I'm curious who we're gonna get on this one. I'm very curious on that because who's gonna be willing to talk after a loss like that, where they got so close in Game 3, right?
I mean, we saw.
All right, well, we're going to have Sai to talk to, apparently. So we have Cecilio here joining us right now. Tough loss, Cecilio. I know you probably wanted to get that win. I know you definitely wanted that comeback in Game 3, but how would you kind of rate, the league play overall for your side?
I think it could have been a lot worse. We could have finished bottom of the table. We got that win last week. That was very monumental for us as a team, and yeah, good fun.
And how do you think you guys will go in the Open Finals? Because it certainly feels like you could have done a lot better than your 7th place, given some different outcomes.
Yeah, hopefully not too bad. I haven't really looked at the teams that are there. I think UNSW's got a pretty strong team that probably could have been in the Elite Series, but yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get a podium finish. Just have to see how we go.
Fair enough. I mean, so I want to kind of go back into this series a little bit because Game 3 in particular, it looked like the comeback was happening. It looked like it was all there for you guys, but then it just fell apart in those final 15 seconds. Was it a case of the panic mechanics coming through, or just the opportunity wasn't there? What happened Game 3?
I think going into Game 3, we were just trying to stay optimistic. Towards the end, it definitely did get a bit panicky. We could tell that UAW probably wasn't putting on their absolute try-hard hats, so we were just having fun. But yeah, I think after that, Game 5 and Game 4 just probably didn't go our way as much as we were like as well. So yeah.
And what's the plan for the off-season? How are you guys going to come back stronger for the next set of league play?
Hopefully recruit someone new. Need some fresh talent USYD. Get some RLCS
who are you
players
dropping?
in.
What is this?
No one's getting dropped, but we'll just see if there's any RLCS players. Very unlikely to happen, but seems like all the other unis have snapped them up.
Well, hold on. Like, who goes to USYD, Jake? Do we know who's at USYD right now?
No, I actually don't know
we
anyone.
don't. All right, well, might have to look into that either way. Again, thank you for joining us, Cilio, and condolences. That's not a word. Unfortunate loss, but hopefully we do get to see you, make a deep run. Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Peace out.
Excellent. That was Sai from the USYD side. Look, I'm hangry, Jake. I'm telling you.
I'm hangry too. Don't worry.
Throwing curveballs at us left, right, and center. We're going to throw to a break. When we come back, our final series, UWA fighting for a tiebreaker, RMIT fighting to prove that, hey, you know what, maybe they should have been in that top 4. We'll figure it out when we return. No apple on my teeth, right? We're good? I hope so. Either way, we're back. Final series about to kick off during the break. Shout out Yummy Cheese Man. Thank you so much for that follow as we get ready. Our final match of league play, Jake. But before that, we have Shu here to join us. Hello, hello. Hey, Shu, how you going?
I'm going pretty good. How are you guys?
Good, man. Good. Did you guys realize that if you 3-0'd that series, you would have guaranteed yourself number one
Not
seed?
at all. We found out afterwards and realized we kind of trolled, but it's fine. I think we're still chilling.
Yeah, I mean, we'll kind of divulge into sort of the playoff situations in a bit later, but first things we noticed going into that last series was the gizmo being busted out. Any reason for that? Why the gizmo in this one? Just having fun with it?
Having fun, yeah. I played RLCS Close Calls in the gizmo on the weekend, and I think we kind of destroyed Close Calls, went 3-0, played pretty good, so I thought I'd bring it out for AEL.
We had Luna on earlier, and he was talking smack about your series last week. Where do you hope you play them in the finals? Do you want to knock them out in the semis or face them in the finals?
I don't think it really matters to us. Like, it would probably be better to play them in the grand final. Just, you know, it'd be the best matchup, I think. But yeah, again, we don't really care. In the end, we're here to hopefully win the whole thing. So at some point, we have to beat them.
I'm kind of curious though, because like obviously, you know, you guys and Macquarie, like there's a lot of teammates on opposite sides and familiarity with your opponents. But then for UWA and Griffith, I mean, the other two teams who will be in the playoffs, they're, I feel, almost a little less known by you guys. Is there like, is that threatening to you? Are you surprised how strong they've been, or is it still kind of like Macquarie is the team in your sights?
I think Macquarie is definitely still the team in our sights. I think when we get to playoffs and we kind of realize, okay, we need to win these series to actually get the money essentially and get the prize and, you know, win AEL, I think we'll probably definitely start taking it significantly more like seriously. Like we're going to be properly comming, I think, in the playoffs. We're kind of, I would say, like 65-70% comming in a lot of these games, kind of having a bit of fun, enjoying our time. But yeah, I think we'll turn it on in the playoffs.
So what I'm hearing is no miracle run for Griffith or for UWA. They're just it's all doom and gloom in their future.
I think so far they've played better than I kind of expected. They're playing pretty good, but I think if us and Macquarie decide to properly comm and everything, I think we should be pretty comfortable. They might take a game here or there, but yeah, I think overall we'll be fine.
Cool. Well, either way, thank you for the time, and good luck this weekend as well.
Thank you very much.
See how you go in RLCS.
Thank you. Yeah, hopefully top eight again for us is the plan.
All right. So there you have it, Shu. Very focused UOW side. I mean, Jake, it is going to be, it should be them Macquarie UOW. That's where people should be focusing. But I still feel, you know, if any team is going to make waves, it's the team we're about to see. UWA, they have been such a treat to watch, it feels like. And they now have to clean sweep a disappointing RMIT to force a three-way tiebreaker.
I think that's going to be tough, Max. I mean, RMIT are very good. And UWA, I mean, yeah, we shouldn't sleep on them. I mean, they beat UOW. I mean, these guys are very solid. But, yeah, I mean, RMIT are very solid as well, despite the results. So, yeah, this will be an exciting series.
I mean, RMIT has been a team that's had so many sort of issues with, you know, needing subs, last-minute roster changes. But what scares me is coming into this week, they're finally at their full strength. And I don't think we've seen them at their full strength, not in a long time, but it's Exodus, Sweeper, and Kuma, all three here today, and that is actually scary. And, you know, for UWA, if they're going to make a deeper playoff run, this is going to be like a test match for them, because it's going to be, you know, this caliber of opponents, I think, moving forward from here.
Yeah, I mean, it was a close series against UOW and Macquarie, but, yeah, if they want to win that final tournament, they're going to have to really play their best. And I think RMIT, the returning champions, certainly a bit of a fall from grace from them, but it'd be a great setup for them to really get a dominant victory here.
It would be. Again, they will be in that open tournament as well, in the #1 seed, regardless of the result on this one. So realistically, RMIT, they are just here to play spoiler. UWA needs a clean sweep for a three-way tiebreaker. If they do not get it, UOW is the #1 seed, Macquarie is the #2 seed, and UWA will be #3. So it's either third seed or three-way tie for first, and they need to win 3 games in a row to get that better result.
Can start out the scoring in this one, and what kind of series will we having?
I think it's going to be a good series, that is for certain. Again, RMIT, I've been waiting to see this roster at full strength for a good long while, but Gonna be under a bit of pressure straight away. Crab's bump on Exodus doesn't stop the clear. Saf still shuts it down. It's gonna be a shot, but no, SCK won't get that first goal.
Oh, and then Saf absolutely skyrockets it. Big chance there, opening for UWA, but they're not able to get the goal.
Not able to get the first goal, but still plenty of time left on this clock to possibly, bring it together. Early days. And I'm liking the aggression from UWA. I'm liking how they were able to kind of even create that opportunity, going for bumps, trying to be physical. We'll see if it works in their favor.
Yeah, we'll have to see. RMIT, their first taste of the other half is quickly stopped as UWA continue the pressure, although there's some big clears. RMIT connecting with each other. Now UWA the ones to defense.
And we'll see if that defense will be able to hold as Exodus. Actually, a bit of an awkward touch. SEK's there. Shot will go a little bit wide. And again, this UWA team, this roster has been like the best example of three players that just frequently seem like they are in sync with each other. Their pass plays, their team play has been solid in getting them into this position. However, I mean, RMIT, you could almost expect the same again if they had been, playing together. That was just sort of the team cohesion I wanted to see. Good shot from Kuma.
I mean, this was better than good. This was a sick shot from Kuma off the backward. Jumps off, double jumps, and still gets the awesome redirect down and behind his car. Just beautifully placed.
Beautifully placed, beautifully scored, and it's 1-0 for RMIT. The three-way tiebreak could be spoiled here in game number 1, Jake, if RMIT hold this lead.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Again, all of these tiebreakers, very confusing for everyone involved. Both these teams just looking to do their best. But UWA, they're going to get themselves on the scoreboard at the moment. They're struggling a bit.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to get something going as pressure being put on right now. Eventually it will be Sap looking for SCK. Gets it a bit forward. Sweeper collecting it off the backboard. More pressure coming from the UWA side. Crab, though, wanted something a bit more centered. Instead, it went to the corner where the map will get flipped.
Yeah, now Saf has all the time in the world. Not quite the touch he was looking for, though. Kind of ends up going to the corner, and Sweeper puts it out.
Put it out. Wasn't able to do too much with it. Kuma now into the corner go. Exodus. Playing backboard. Crab, pretty easy read. Swing and a miss from Sweeper. That could open the doorway. Crab with the chance. Reads Exodus' first touch. Now needs to get the ball centered. Tries to force it through. SEK doesn't get the chance to strike.
UWA really struggling with this offense. They keep just pushing it to the corner, and it's not too difficult to just neutralize these threats when they're over there.
Yeah, it hasn't been, and now we'll see if they're going to be able to get it here. Crab almost got the backboard strike.
Yeah, great job from him, but still unable to find the net. They're getting shut out, and RMIT are now on the offense.
That they are. Sweeper puts it up. Exodus from underneath. Oh, wasn't able to get the straight shot. Still a minute 45 to go. Crab actually kind of stuck in traffic right now. No one really able to bang it through quite the way they would like. Ball does wind up getting centered where Exodus was waiting. You have Kuma cheated all the way forward. Punishing shot, and again. That one was even better than the first.
Both have been incredible. Kuma is playing out of his mind right now with these finishes. That is stunning.
And this was the RMIT we were expecting to see, I think, at the season. I mean, the talent has always been there for this team. They just never have been able to get all three together on that same page. So many subs, so many missed opportunities. And UWA, a little bit shell-shocked, I think, at the start of this one. The touches Kuma has been putting on have been insane, Jake.
Yeah, how do you compete with that? I mean, it's the opposite for UWA. I mean, they've looked good structurally. Their offense has been good, but they're just missing that final clinical finish.
And it looks like, UWA, they haven't had, the easiest series throughout it. I mean, they have been a squad that likes to battle. Another one of the teams that have only had one sweep so far. They were able to clean sweep Griffith, but outside of that, every series has been back and forth, so a little bit of an awkward start for UWA here. Nice little musty from Exodus trying to find Sweeper who wanted to reset it. Oh, RMIT, they're starting to have fun with this one.
Yeah, no, RMIT are looking awesome, and they should feel good. Although, Exodus, what on earth was he thinking there? Still under pressure. They're going to get away with it. It's another pre-jump. RMIT are, playing with absolute confidence here.
Yeah, that they are, and they're doing quite well with it. 15 seconds to go. Don't think the comeback's happening in game number 1. Not this time, at least. In fact, another goal nearly goes through, courtesy of Exodus. Time will tick away. RMIT, they have done it for UOW. UOW will be the number 1 seed. Macquarie will be the number 2 seed. And, well, UWA will have to settle for 3rd. That does mean UWA will get Macquarie in the semifinals. Griffith will also be up against the likes of UOW.
Wow, yeah, and it's all decided just like that. So UOW, I mean, they missed their chance, but they get it now. And yeah, I mean, that'll be a very, very fun playoff in 2 weeks' time.
What I find interesting about that one, though, is you have to, because I'm going to, look back at, what those matchups were like. And we just saw, essentially, the Macquarie versus Griffith matchup. Which was an interesting one, but how did the Griffith versus UOW went? Well, it was a clean sweep for UOW, and it was pretty one-sided back in week 3. Similarly, UWA versus the likes of Macquarie, that one went to game 5. That one was back and forth. So
that was sick. That was a good series. I remember that one.
So I'm actually really curious how UWA would look in that. Obviously, you still need to finish this one off, and they would like to finish with that high. So we'll see if they're going to be able to kind of finish this one through. But RMIT, again, if we had seen this RMIT lineup, I think they get top 4 as well. I think they probably take Griffith's spot. It's a bit unfortunate that this lineup was never really there.
That was a tough loss, man. But, I mean, that was a solid lineup that showed up to that Griffith side. The Griffith team just stepped up, man. They just played absolutely awesome. And that's been the story all season. It's just been an absolutely stacked league play.
So what do you think, then, of Shu's comments about, like, at the end of the day, it's still between UOW and Macquarie? Like, I'm not buying it. I think there still is a chance for, like, either Griffith or UWA to kind of shake things up in those series.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely sleeping on UWA. I'm surprised, but again, I think Shu is just not really paying attention, man. Doesn't know the tiebreak is. I mean, not respecting UWA. He's just there to show up and play his best, and I can honestly respect that.
I mean, I'm noticing it's a trend with, our 2 top-seeded teams right now. Shu's out there, just showing up to play, rocking, the scarab. We have Lunar on the interview still eating his, dinner and all that. SCK, though, going to find this goal 1-0. I feel like these 3rd and 4th seeded teams, Griffith and UWA, they're going to be hungrier coming into these playoffs.
100%, man. 100%. I can't wait for that UWA Macquarie rematch. That'll be a really exciting one.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, though, still have the series in front of us right now, and let's not kind of overlook RMIT. They did take that first game, and they're behind right now after a quick goal from UWA. They'll have chances to try and bring it back, but Crab in that corner already centering the touch. Exodus straight down the middle. It's not going to go through. Saf able to dive behind for the save.
Yeah, Saf looking good. It's actually looking a bit awkward now from UWA, but RMIT equally flat-footed. It was off the back of 2 crazy redirects out of Kumar, but if you take those away, RMIT did struggle a bit with their offense.
Oh, they're not struggling with this touch. Sweeper, top crossbar, down and in.
Yep, cast the curse that one. Sorry about that, but yeah, it's just, look at this. I mean, aggressive play, threatening bumps, nice pass to each other, and just super quick from RMIT. It was just awesome.
Fast and efficient, Jake. Fast and efficient. That's what RMIT has been trying to be this series. Their touches have been accurate. They've been quick and decisive when looking for the goals. And UWA, they've been a lot more physical. They've been looking for the bump game. They've been looking for the team play, which has gotten them to this point. This really hasn't resulted in many goals for them yet. Unfortunately, Crab, dangerous touch, able to push it somewhat to safety. Exodus still in a striking position. Gets beaten out by SCK.
Wow, Exodus actually missed a big chance there. UWA were all kind of stumbling over each other. Now it's back to the other side. Saf can't get the crazy angle.
Crab, though, still might be able to set something up here. Again, looks for the bump, doesn't find it. I still love UWA style. I love passing plays mixed in with bumps and demos. I think it's the best way if your team is working together to find these goals, and they're trying to connect right now. RMIT's defense getting demoed, but the big thing is those plays right there. RMIT consistently winning these challenges and it's really hurting UWA's opportunities to set themselves up.
Well, look, this is what we were talking about last week with RMIT versus Griffith. It was RMIT who individually looked like the better players, but Griffiths were just the better team. And UWA have really been the team of this tournament, you know? Like it's saying, great style, great trust and passing in each other. But I feel like RMIT have really stepped up this teamwork coming into this final week.
That they have, like these passes down the pitch, finding Kuma, who is definitely playing near peak right now, has been doing them a lot of favors. Deep setup to Kuma, 2-1 lead, RMIT. They're in position almost to be at a 3-game advantage, match point.
Yeah, and again, it's not what UWA want for their confidence going into this final week of league play. I want to see them step up. They've been a little bit flat at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying. It's just been those 50s. It's been those one-on-one challenges that have been constantly going in RMIT's favor. And then with shots like that, it's so tough to defend. 3-1 lead for RMIT.
Yeah, great play from Exodus, man. I mean, just intercepts the weak clear and then perfectly smashes the top corner.
3-1 now for the side in red. 2 minutes left on the clock, and UWA, I mean, they pulled off reverse sweeps in the past. So even if they kind of fall short in this game, we've seen them do it before. However, I don't know. It feels like RMIT, like they're playing at their peak level, unfortunately, when it's too late for playoffs.
Yeah. No, it's sad, man. We know how good these guys are. Again, returning champs, it just has not been the league play for them. The losses they took as well were close Game 5 losses, so you really have to feel for this team.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating season, and they're letting some of it out now. Exodus's touch, just rude.
All their luck is left to the very end of the season where they're just scoring goals like this now, I guess. I mean, that was a funny one.
I stand by what I said. That is rude. That was just rude to put that one through like that. Still a minute and a half to go, but 3-goal advantage. And it doesn't look like RMIT has any sort of desire to slow it up right now. Saf back to STK. Well, there you go. All of a sudden, WA back in the hunt.
What I was waiting for, man. UWA, they haven't been scoring enough this series. They've been really getting shut out. But STK with his second goal of the match, looking good.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good pass play as well. You also had Crab, causing disruption just sort of off camera. It's what UWA likes, passing plays mixed with well-timed bumps and demos. It is a very aggressive style, and now this should be a goal. Kuma, 2v1, can't read the flick, and we're back within one.
Oh, and Crab has always stepped up in these moments, man. I think in the series as well, he starts off a bit quiet, and then when he's needed, pulls off plays like that.
So now all of a sudden, hey, UWA right back in the hunt, minute 10 to go. More than enough time to get this goal. It was a 3-goal lead, Jake, gone over 20 seconds.
Yeah, man, I don't know how that happened. RMIT caught snoozing, I think. Probably thought they had this in the bag, and suddenly it's going to be an anxious final minute, and it's already starting with a miss there.
And now we get the double commit. This could open the door for a counterattack, or they'll make it work. Sweeper gets the 2-goal lead.
Sweeper, man, looking good. He's been probably the most quiet one here, but doesn't miss his chance when he gets it.
Yeah, that was a nice goal. Nice follow through. The ex-Dumb Luck member still showing. They got some of that striking abilities. Now 47 seconds left. Crab gets it past Sweeper. Has Saf just outside the box. Exodus instead will go for the dribble. Looking to connect with Kuma. SCK tries to disrupt from underneath. Saf is there. One-on-one versus Sweeper, and Sweeper wins.
Yeah, Sweeper just looking super solid at the end of this game. Cutting this comeback out before it got too much for RMIT. It's a big win here. Gonna go 2-0 up in the series. UWA are gonna have to bring something very special to get this reverse sweep.
Yeah, it is going to have to be a tough one. I mean, the striking coming from Exodus and Kuma right now has just been nigh unstoppable. I mean, even the setup from Kuma right here, perfectly placed, beautiful dribble, and yeah, it is going to be a 2-0 advantage. We'll see if UWA will be able to bounce it back.
Yeah, and how did this team end in 5th? How did this happen, man? They are so good. Although, I don't know why they're leaving anything here at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I mean, look, Crab, we'll go ahead and take it. Fair enough. Not sure what happened on that kickoff. Another fun. Again, though, like, I can't count out UWA. I mean, UOW series. Last time they were down 2-0, they reverse swept the #1 seed.
That is true. That is true. I think UWA are a scary team, and they have a great mentality as well. I don't think they're going to be too down about getting beaten out at the start of this series.
Also, shout out to both teams right now for just extending this game as long as possible with these kickoff goals at the end.
Anti-shoutouts. What do you mean? They're trolling.
Oh, they are big time trolling right now. But I thought you liked kickoff goals, Jake.
These haven't been impressive kickoff goals. I'm the same as you, Max. I like them when they're well thought through, not when I forgot to go on the kickoff. But yeah, RMIT looking awesome, man. Looking so good.
Yeah, that they are. They're looking in a prime position right now to get a clean sweep, and RMIT is the story of what could have been. We're seeing this team. We're seeing how strong they've been. But yeah, RMIT's losses, you know, when you kind of go back through and, you know, the journey that they went on. They got swept by UOW, obviously, which was a bit of a roughie. It was the loss, you know, 3-1 to Macquarie, but the big loss and the one that's really put them in this position was last week against Griffith.
Yeah, no, those middle of the table battles, you have to win them because the tiebreakers can just be so brutal.
That Game 5 loss against Griffith is realistically what has cost RMIT, you know, the trip to the top 4, and it's a tough pill to swallow, but here we are. Game number 3. If RMIT wins this, it'll be the last time we see them in league play. They will be down in that open bracket. They're in a good position where they look like the stronger team, like they should be able to get that sweep, but yeah, it is an unfortunate one. All I'm going to say is UWA, they beat Griffith.
No, I was thinking that as well, man. I mean, again, you have to win those tight matchups when it comes to those tiebreakers. And it's really unfortunate because, yeah, if RMIT win here as well, they're going to have the better win-loss record. So, again, that head-to-head, just that 1 week is truly what decided their fate.
That one Game 5 last week that we saw, that one trip to Champions Field, it is how it plays out sometimes. But, I mean, this series isn't even done yet again. I mean, if any team is going to pull off a reverse sweep, right, UWA kind of has been one of those teams that you look towards. As there's a chance right now, SCK won't get that shot.
No, but UWA are looking solid. They're keeping this pressure. But again, still not looking super impressive when it comes to their actual finishing ability.
No, they haven't been able to kind of seal that deal. I'm just going through the reverse sweeps that we've had. So Griffith had one reverse sweep over UON. UWA had a reverse sweep over UOW. So there's 2 right there. And then we did have USYD get the reverse sweep against UTS. Crab, by the way, with the goal to possibly start the one here.
Hey, that's crazy how many reverse sweeps we've had. Yeah. Honestly, they're so rare. I mean, this uni league, they certainly have not been.
We've had 3. We've had 3 pretty big universities. I mean, and all of them significant in their own way, right? USYD versus UTS, the 2 teams looking for their first win. Griffith over UON to keep, you know, essentially Griffith still in the playoff hunt and knock UON out. And then, of course, you know, UOW, UWA. That actually could be the series. That's the difference that has UWA in the playoffs as well. Like, they are all very significant series.
Wow, yeah. No, things can turn quickly. Yeah, every game matters, every series matters, and Exodus, big chance, looking so good, man, just so clinical. What an air dribble bump from him.
Air dribble bump, air dribble demo, really just perfectly placed. I don't care what the people say on the Reddits and the Twitters. I still love the air dribble bump, man. I think it's a sick goal.
Oh, of course, man. No, it's just if you play ones against someone who likes doing it, they'll literally do it every time, and it'll work, and it's annoying. It's just salt driving Reddit. I mean, what's new?
Yeah, I mean, that's in Reddit is based on salt, and I don't know. My response to that is learn how to defend it, get good.
It's tough to defend, though. That's the thing. That's why it's quite difficult to pull off, especially in a threes game. But if you can, man, you just add so much like lethal power to your arsenal.
How do you defend? How do you defend that? As Exodus just strikes in another.
You can't let them have space. It's like if you let someone like air dribble at you, you're just gonna get air dribble bumped. So like you can't like sit in net and just kind of like wait. And that's why it's hard to do in threes, because that doesn't happen in threes a lot. But in ones, it's really common that like you'll go back for your back boost, and then if the other guy's skilled, you're just screwed.
Yeah. Okay, so so the answer is just don't let them.
Yeah, but it's like a positioning thing, because it's like once you're out of position, it's essentially unsolvable.
And that's how come you see it so often in the 1v1s when a team overcommits and the air dribble bump is the response. Kuma gets one past a couple defenders right there. 3-1 lead, and RMIT running away with game number 3.
Dude, this is so bittersweet. I can't believe it. How is this team not going to be in the playoffs?
I mean, this is like the first time we've seen this lineup, though. They've always had subs.
I know. The subs have really killed a lot of teams, it feels like, in this season.
It has been a rough one, unfortunately, for the likes of RMIT. Like, I'm just like trying to go through and see like how often did they? They've only had they've had subs a few weeks. I mean, just looking through week 2 sub, week 4 sub, week 6 sub last week. You know, where it was Fog instead of Sweeper was kind of the big one, and it's rough. Actually, that's kind of the recurring theme. Looking at this right now is another goal coming in right now. It feels like every time Sweeper wasn't there, RMIT lost.
Wow, Sweeper's the carry? He's solid, man. He really holds this team together, I think.
Yeah, well, Sweeper also was the one who was always being subbed out. Like, so that's kind of how it goes. Unfortunate, but 4-1 lead as they add more and more goals to it. Sweeper was such a catalyst as well when they did win, last season. So it does make sense.
Yeah. No, it's tough for these guys, man. And it's tough when you're a uni student. You got a lot of commitments. You hear it a lot. I mean, it's hard enough to be a uni student without the pressure of practicing for your Rocket League season. And yeah, it gets the better of some teams, it looks like.
That it does, and we're continuing with it now. Still a minute 3 to go. You know what's surprising? Actually, UTS, I think, is the team that actually had the most subs throughout the season.
Yeah, no, it felt like they never had the same roster 2 weeks in a row, honestly.
Yeah, it shows, you know what? Consistent rosters breeds consistent results, and UWA, I'm pretty sure, I'm just checking right now, I think they might be the only team who never used the sub this entire time. Them and UON never used the sub.
And they're getting smashed now, but I swear they've been really solid.
Yeah, trust us, guys. This team is good, right? I mean, they did. They're our number 3 team. They were, a sweep away from being in a 3-way tie for first. They beat UOW, but alas, they're not winning this one here today.
No, they're certainly not. And yeah, I mean, they got swept here. This is not good science going into the final tournament, although they do have 2 weeks to figure out what went wrong here.
Yeah, I think that's just it. Those 2 weeks are probably going to be put to some pretty good use. Timer is going to tick down, though. Ball hits the ground. RMIT complete the sweep, and they say goodbye to league play in the best way possible.
Yeah, man. It's so bittersweet, though. I can't believe it. It's just, yeah. At least they have a good memory to look back on and show that they bounced back as well. They didn't let that disappointment get the better of them, and then they came and just slaughtered the 3rd seed. So, yeah, really impressive.
Some pent-up aggression on the number 3 team. There you go. The team with the most hype. They get that win, but on that note, that does sort of conclude things for us when it comes to league play. And an interesting season. Obviously, as you mentioned before, we have a 2-week break before we do get to our playoffs, and we know what our matches are going to be. UOW versus Griffith. Macquarie going to be taking on UWA, and then from there into our grand final. I want to believe in the upset. I want to believe in, Griffith or UWA pulling off that upset, but we have to acknowledge the fact that it still would be an upset.
I don't, man. I love the UOW Macquarie beef. I really hope that's our grand final, and I'm really glad the seeding has set us up for it.
Okay, I mean, that also would be a pretty sick final as we take a look one last time sort of at our results for the day, how it all played out. Had our Game 5, we got it out of the way early, finished with the sweep, but I think the big result, obviously, at the end of this one, UOW, they made it spicy, but Macquarie as well, if they had gotten their sweep over Griffith, they could have been that #1 seed as well.
Wow, it really came down to that close, didn't it? There's yeah, every game matters. That's what we're talking about. Not even series. Every game ended up mattering to the very end.
Yeah, it has come down to the games when it's all said and done. But we still have one more interview to talk to. We're bringing RMIT's Exodus here to have a chat. And Exodus, I know it wasn't the season end result you were looking for, 5th place on the ladder, but did it feel good to at least end on that high and get the clean sweep?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, a bit unfortunate. Life got in the way a little bit throughout league play, but you know, such is life, and we'll be back next semester more than likely. And you know, if things change, we'll probably be able to play a bit more committed as a roster, which would be fun. But yeah, on to pad the stats in the Open Finals.
Yeah, how confident are you guys over there in that tournament?
As confident as I think we should be. I think we'll play it like we normally do, just have a lot of fun and banter as we do. But yeah, we're feeling really good.
How was the comms here for this series? Because it looked like, you know, you look stronger than you had in pretty much any of your other series. Like, this looked to be your strongest performance now that, like, was it pressure was off? Were the comms just on? Were you looking to prove something? Like, why was this week the week for you guys?
Well, yeah, BK dropped the bearer of bad news that we were going to not make it because of head-to-head, which was a bit unfortunate. And so I proceeded to just trauma dump to Kuma and Sweeper about some stuff going on in my life, and we were just chatting about it. So it was literally the comms. We were just talking about life, which is good. So because I've known those players for it'd be almost 4.5, 5 years now, and lived with them for 12 months or so. So they're, you know, some of my best friends. So we catch up when we play, and it's a lot of fun.
So what's the plan for the off season then to prepare for next semester?
I'm playing RLCS this weekend, and I'll probably keep playing
nice.
RLCS. So yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying the game, and yeah, probably won't be putting down the sticks anytime soon. So
yeah, I was about to kind of ask about that with the Fidelity, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, how are you feeling going to RLCS? How confident are you going to be, you know, with that?
I feel that roster enables me to play my playstyle pretty confidently. Like we played, I think it was like 17 games across the whole Swiss, which didn't include the Supremacy forfeit, and I had 39 saves across that whole thing. So that's like 2.5 saves per game. So I don't know. I was feeling really good individually wise, and I think the team's made quite a few strides lately. So I'm feeling good. You know, I haven't actually played in the main event in a little while because I didn't play a fair bit of the winter split. So I'll be keen to get on the main stage again.
Cool. I'm not caught up. What's your who are your teammates, and what's your prediction for your placing this weekend?
I'm teaming with Cyrax and Daisu on Fidelity.
Whoa, that's a throwback.
Yeah, so a couple, big old name there.
It's a throwback team.
Daisu,
it's a throwback team.
I think Cyrax is on the come up. I think he's not talked about enough, but he's got a lot of experience in ones. He's like 1400 in ones or something, and so I think if he applies that well, he could be, one of the stronger, like mechanical, smarter guys in the region. So yeah, and prediction-wise, look, we were 16th seed, I think, after accounting for like the split points. So we play Ground Zero first up, but Lucky and I go way back, and I think if he's not careful, he might lose a game or two. So I think we then play Physics or Ride or something in the first round of lowers. So I'm feeling pretty good about that, actually.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, obviously we'll be looking forward to that play, and again, congratulations on those results. And I don't know, any final words, anyone you want to thank, I suppose, for the season?
I know BK's really working hard to try and run everything smoothly. I think he's done a really good job in keeping on top of it. So yeah, I appreciate the behind closed doors stuff that AEL is providing for us, each semester after semester. So I really enjoy playing, and I hope we can continue to do so, and looking forward to coming back next semester. So yeah, thanks for having us, really.
Awesome. Well, it was lovely having you. Thanks again for another season, and look forward to seeing RMIT's, return to the top next semester.
Yes, you will. It'll be poetic, I promise.
All right, fantastic stuff. That there was X's RMIT. I'm actually keen for that RLCS lineup. I mean, he's talking Cyrax, who's on the up and up, but Desu's back as well, Jake.
Dude, I thought he said Cyrix, which is like just as old as Desu. So I mean, that was almost the ultimate throwback team. But yeah, no, I'm excited to watch them too.
I thought that's what it was at first as well. I'm not gonna lie, that's why I was like, oh, throwback team. Oh, okay. Well, it's a new exciting player. We can't be disappointed about new players, and we have a lot of them in our top 4, as kind of mentioning before. We could take a look at our standings right here to see, familiar faces maybe on UOW and Macquarie, but new names on UWA. Griffith, they've been returning here. They're gonna have another crack at it. It's gonna be a fun top 4.
Yeah, look at those tiebreakers. So it came down to the head-to-heads, and they were important. UOW winning the league play at least, and then RMIT falling short into making top 4. UTS bottom of the ladder in 0-7. I mean, it's been an awesome league play.
I'm just looking at this, and it's so funny. Like, RMIT has the better game differential over Griffith. UTS has the better game differential over USYD, but it's just the way how, head-to-heads work, the way how, not winning a series works. Bit rough for, some of those teams down there at the bottom, but I think they're going to do super well in the Opens. I think, the University of New South Wales is a squad that people are going to be cautious of. That could mix it up, but those are going to be your 5 favorites, I think, in that event.
That's my old uni. Let me see who's on the roster.
Oh.
Wait, Jules and Steve? They're still in uni, man?
Yeah.
Man, be careful. What? I played with Jules season 1 of AEL.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Jules is still kicking. Jules is back.
How is he still in uni? I think he might have been studying to be a doctor, actually. So he's gonna be there forever.
PhD in wrecking fools on Rocket League.
Wow, that's a Tatagana is an old name as well.
Well, Tatagana is on that team too? Jeez, that actually, okay, I can see why people are scared of that University of New South Wales team. I think they might give RMIT a run for their money, but look, before we sign off one last time, would like to thank our wonderful sponsors for helping us host another great season. A big thank you to Predator Gaming, the gaming PC partner who provides high-end gaming-focused PC solutions in both laptop and desktop formats powered by Intel. AOC Monitors, the gaming monitor partner who provides best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie McGoring will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. And Game on Cancer, the charity of choice for the AEL who fund much-needed cancer research projects. If you'd like to donate, please head to AEL's Tiltify campaign page. On that note, Jake, it is kind of time to sign off. 2 weeks away from our playoffs. It's going to be another one of those longer breaks. And, I mean, that means, it's going to happen kind of as we gear up for the final week of RLCS as well. It's going to be a lot of big finals happening in 2 weeks' time.
It's going to be fun, man. Everything's heating up. I hope all the players are practicing hard.
I hope they are, and I think they will be as well. But a big thank you to everyone for tuning in. And do remember to make sure to follow the AEL at AU Esports Leagues to stay up to date on all AEL events, competitions, and activations. So, until then, finals in 2 weeks. We'll be here. Looking forward to seeing you here along as well. Have a great night, everybody.